late in the second quarter. They lead North Melbourne by 8 points. And if this kills my multi-bet, I will dead set quit gambling. The Power are down in the start of the third quarter, down to Brisbane by 11 points.
You can't. That's unbelievable, isn't it?
Oh, umpire's happy. That's why you've got no friends, umpire.
That's why they're umpires. That's why they're umpires.
Strange units indeed. Hose, we didn't have time for a tip today before the game. Who was your tip prior to the game?
Prior to the game, I thought Edwardstown, just the sheer fact they were in Division 4 last year. I thought that Glenunga coming up a division's always a little bit tough, and I know they're a very, very good side, but just that, just not knowing what Division 4 presents to them just might be a bit tough, and just find their feet that first week or two.
Yeah, it's a big challenge. Brian Lees, again, great educator of young men, not one to just stand there and berate, but he's given a pretty good, strong message here. Can actually make it out from here. Darcy's out at the hut. It'll be interesting to see what Darcy's got to say. And I'm just curious, how dress code. Is there no dress code for us? We don't need to... I notice you've got flip-flops on. He's got thongs on. I'm in the full uniform,
Mate, it's quite a warm day, and we're not going to get many of these throughout the year, so I reckon we take advantage.
Fair enough, mate. And again, thanks to Glenunga for being part of the live call and the live stream. Jono doing a great job on camera 1. Is there a camera 2? Well, Jono's doing a good job on all the cameras. Of course, once again, our sponsors, we've got at the northern end, we've got Pernix, and at the southern end, Hydrosmart. The southern end is the school end, the northern end is the beautiful club rooms end. Well, we'll head for a frothy later on, mate, responsibly, of course. And, of course, our gold sponsors are our scoreboards and round-the-ground sponsors, Harley Heaven and The Firm. Well done, Luke Hosey, once again.
Our bronze sponsors, ChemCert Mackay Business Services, our murder station on the far north, Rewards International and Southern Trophies, big screen video, Good Evans Consulting, MGA Insurance Brokers, and Ian Knight with Sports Centre at Port Road Sports.
No worries. Just a very quick, sorry to do it, mate, but just a personal one. I'd like to big shout out to my daughter, Indiana, listening to her first ever live call today. Only 7 months old, so she wouldn't know what's going on. She'd just hear my voice and probably laugh. But doing really well for a baby that was pretty much, well, she's born dead. She wasn't. They had to resuscitate her, so she's apple of my eye and doing well, and she'll be forced to listen to this crap forever. So good stuff. All's well that ends well. It's Darcy. What do they have in the huddles for us?
Just down the stoppages at the moment, Glenunga. So just said we've got to start hunting more fellas because Edwardstown are playing. They're getting a lot of players back onto the ball. So they just said that we just got to hunt a little bit more and just play in front. They just here's
a strange one. Colby Blythe's gone to full forward for Edwardstown, and May's gone into the midfield. What's that?
Yeah.
Odd?
No. Speaking to Coach Justin Quarterbank this morning, he did say that they're swapping there, playing a T formation.
I would have thought maybe in the going with the breeze they'd have the big fella down there.
As it's Big Dill Smith doing battle with Tommy Baird. Smith wins the tap, but one. That was number 13. Oh! Stacks on from a big tackle there.
A couple of big hits.
And was Josh Great that he got there. That's Svaha's, and it was a big collision there. Svaha's down, the Glenunga trainer. No, he's up.
I think he's got another ankle.
And he's... Who's that right there in front of us? He's very proppy on an ankle. And a Svaha for Glenunga is counting fingers and not getting the answer correct. So that was a big collision there. Again, if you're watching the live stream, you can get a better look at it than others. Oh, no.
No, just a good, solid football hit.
There was nothing there.
No. Yeah. And may I suggest you bring him through the gate? They are now. Well done. Lockie Middleton to make his way on. And Lockie Middleton, what do we got on Lockie Middleton, boys? Well, he's wearing the wrong number, but he's from the Riverland and they call him the Mop. Yep.
The umpire gets away straight away, so we had 2 players come off with injuries, so that's not a good sign either side. First game especially, but the umpire again has got to see a ball up there. Again, we're seeing the umpire really ball up it, because every player wants it, they're diving on it, just making sure no one's getting into it there at the moment.
This actually, if they've lost the ball, it goes 20 kilometres, if you allow them in time, you should have them on a
just another ball up, secondary third ball up here as we talk about other things. The great thing is though, if you're watching the live stream, of course you can see what's going on now. Thanks again to Jono from Kovark Media, was it? Kovark Photography is one there by Edwardstown. A high up and under kick out to the far forward flank in front of the beautiful big, what sort of trees are they, Darcy? You're a bit of a treeologist. Yeah, big gum trees, aren't they? 65 metres around from the Edwardstown goal, kicking down toward, of course, the HydroSmart Pure Water Shop and Pure Water, it tastes better.
As we do with our sponsors.
Yes. Ball in there from the umpire. I tell you what, this umpire can throw a ball in too. Oh, third man up, Glenunga coming over the top and well chopped off by Edwardstown. Left foot kick to the forward pocket. Glenunga leads to the race, but beautifully stolen there. He stole it like he lived in Elizabeth. And I work down there, so trust me. Is it Josh Gratz? He's 40 metres out on the boundary line from the Darcy Evans pocket, the far side out here. And he's gone short, looks forward, and chopping in front of his mate. There is Colby Blythe. Oh, he comes around, goes for the right foot, round the corner, kick, and it's gone across the face of goals. And that's high, wide and handsome. Out of bounds on the fall. Scores are still level here at Webb Oval.
2-3 apiece.
Just a little drop in tempo early in the second. I'm telling you, those conditions, real warm out there. Forecast maximum of 32 as Tyler Athanazos gets the ball here. They call him the G-Train. He comes inboard. Good kick there, hits up. Number 1, Brian Ellis. Brian Ellis goes straight across. They're looking for the switch. Should work here, but now, and they're coming back this way. Number 17 takes a mark.
Corey May looks a little bit better, walking up and down the ground.
Harford a high up and under kick. That won't fly. Going high is bad. Ball spills. Good release. Here's Reed. Grease lightning. Sarah tries to give him one for his go ahead. Reed runs on. Could get it back. Doesn't. They go to full forward. It's all Glenunga, and Big Fish puts his hand up off the ground. He misses it. At ground level he gets it back. Glenunga here should work it out. They do. They kick a Sausage McBiscuit in the pocket. Beautifully well read there. That's Lincoln Bennett. That's my favourite Bennett. He's kicked his first for the season. It's Glenunga. 3 goals, 3. Edwardstown. 2 goals, 3.
And good work there from Josh Gratz. He didn't blaze away. He actually waited, waited on the kick before he headed forward.
Looked like he had all the time.
And yeah, number 13. But he took his time. He didn't blaze away, and he found a target, which was good work.
I think it was Bennett that kicked it. Yeah, we'll go with that. Anyway.
It took 5 minutes to get the first goal that second quarter, so it's taken a while. But as you said, the intensity has slowed down a bit.
Into the breeze at the Pernex end of the ground.
Baird versus Sarah here. Big contest. Baird over the top. Beautiful tap. Wins it down to Glenunga. Glenunga pushed the ball forward, but quick tackle there. Gee, I tell you what. Intensity's just picked up a little bit. Braden Roberts there, good tackle. We'll have a secondary ball up 15 metres forward to the attacking side to Glenunga, heading down towards the club rooms or the Pernex end.
Pernex end of the ground. Pernex, smarter with data.
Tap down number 2. It's going to be, again, everyone's throwing themselves on the ball. Umpire will see another throw in. You'll see a bird just looking at it.
A bird has dead set flown into our commentary position and stood in front of us and he's having a look. What are you blokes doing here? As we have another ball up here. Sarah with a big punch out towards the wing area. Who's going to be first to it? Looks like it's Edwardstown with a little socket, but Glenunga get the ball back this way, that way, inside, outside. Quick handball, interception. Pressure football here. Pack of 5 or 6, and it comes out to Edwardstown. Quick kick by number 22. That's Riding. Gets it forward. Another quick kick, left foot kick. This time that's number 11, James Ferrugia. They've worked it forward smartly to the captain Parsons. He drops what he might have taken. Gets it back to number 10. That's
quick left foot
Sammy Elliott
around the body, and it's through for a point.
Yes, and he's kicked 1 minor score. 5 points. The difference.
So we go to the Harley Heaven and the firm scoreboard, and it's Glenunga 3-3-21. Edwardstown at 2 goals 5. Is that 17?
5 points the difference here.
He went straight to an Edwardstown player, picked up there by 22.
Oh, but don't argue.
Hold the ball here. I think that's all. Everyone's cool for holding the ball. Umpire said no.
I think that was 22. It wasn't Reed, so it might have been 26. Dylan Smith turned over beautifully. Beautiful kick. Yeah, it looks 4 and 5. It's Ash Lane. Of course, we talked about Ash Lane already. He will not miss this. He kicked 22 in a game once. He kicked 90 as an under 18. The young man. He is from.
Missed one in that first quarter.
West Adelaide junior, but
He was. He won't miss this one. 45-degree angle, 35 metres out.
They went to the right.
Former Happy Valley junior, coached by Justin for the last 10 years. Fancy that for a stat. Loves the man. And he's kicked it across the face and kicked a point. That's it, I quit.
Very quickly while the ball's about to come in, the reserves saw Glenunga get absolute hiding today by exactly 100 points. It was Glenunga 2 goal 4-16. Edwardstown 18 goal 8 116. So a bit of a hiding there to Glenunga. So we're back into it now.
Short kick to Abel. Abel's a nice long raking kick. He comes longer to right in front of us. Good spoil over the top there, presenting Link Bennett from taking the mark.
Was it Bennett who kicked the last one or not? Ben Homburg, they're under 18 captains. Punch out there by this then, just to give a spoil. So.
Ball in here.
Edwardstown playing +1 at the moment in their back half.
Yeah,
well,
so the wind just slowly going down that way. Hose are quite correct. Or it could be in the back.
Oh, this could be holding the ball. No.
Exactly, I think that's well done again.
He started doing that. I'm shoveling myself into the ground type motion as passing, just getting into it, just introducing himself to a couple of Glenunga players. So thanks for having me at Webb Oval. And the umpires just forgot to catch the ball. Okay, ball up here. Of course, you'd know his name and his phone number, Darcy, but let's move on. It's Baird and Sarah. Sarah too strong here. But well read by Glenunga. Quick kick, left foot kick down the line. Fishy Wonky with a one-hand duker. Oh, that's nearly 25, is it? No. Former North Adelaide. Former North true centre forward position. Looks for his brother who takes a one-hander. That's two Wonkies. That's two one-hander. How do you like that? Just has a look at the coach's box and says, that's how I do it, as he high-fives his former Marriottfield best buddy, Andy Reid.
Looking straight at the camera then, he just thought, how good am I? And won out that on the highlights reel.
Two Wonkies with one hand apiece. So it was the fish to the roach, and the roach will line up from 40 metres out directly in front. Former PNU junior, so he's spent some time around me and seen my kicking. He'll kick this for sure. Umpire does a bit of work and he's missed.
Very missed that one. It's exactly like his brother Michael, like a twin there.
Yeah, big Dukes as well. It's 3 goals, 4 plays, 2 goals, 5 on the Harley scoreboard. It's Glenunga by 5 points. We're about 10 minutes into the second quarter here, and again, some pretty good Division 4 football. I've seen some Division 4 football that you probably wouldn't send to your mum on tape, but this game's got plenty of intensity, plenty of action, plenty of good players rolling around here, plenty of points as well, Darcy. Both these teams have used their points and recruited well, is it? No.
Glenunga got their on-field stuff right, and it's done well here, getting Rocky Butterworth on board as the footy director. I would have thought too. Very astute football man is Rocky.
Former Athelston, CBC, etc., etc. Oh, good quick play. Release. Yeah. Got rid of it. Good play. Gets down a full forward. Flying is CJ. CJ Inglis. Edwardstown should clear. They do. They clear through Cavallo. Cavallo out to the back pocket in front of the playground. Well read, well caught there. Number 21. That's Ben Homburg. Homburg, short kick. True centre half back flank position. Now they come in board. Take high risk. Is there the reward? No. Darcy.
No, he just exactly. There was no high risk, no reward there. And again, we see the ball just tucked in underneath him, and a player dive on him, and the umpire said, "I'll have it here now, boys." So it's another throw, and the umpire's just having a bit of a whine. It's 11 minutes gone into the second quarter. The umpire throws it up. Who's that? Is that Wonky versus name? That's number 5.
Bad.
Again, we're going to see it held up to this player. So everyone's, there's about 14 players around this board at the moment. The umpire says, "I'll have it again." Andy
Reid just got 16 handballs. Unfortunately, they're all into his own chest as he was tackled.
Trying to get it out, which is a good thing. Umpire said no.
Oh, was he? Third man up there. Beautifully played there by Jack Horgan. But ball spills to the ground. Tackle applied by Reid. Player didn't have it. Comes to Glenunga. Now the true full forward position. Wonky 2-on-1 though. It's all Edwardstown back there. A third player comes in. A scorched it over the line. That of course is Benny Homburg. And we'll have a ball in 5 metres around from the Glenunga goal.
I think TJ, you're perfect there. Two players on Wonky then. Just one dropping back into him. So I think that will be some sort of tactic here today now. He's taken a bit of done very well at the moment, young ones. And you see
well, we're at Edwardstown will come. Near side right in front of us, 2-on-1 though. Numbers favour Glenunga, but a beautiful mark. He had to take that there, the big fella. That's Aaron Woolard, that is. Willard comes in board, dangerous kick. Oh, and it just taken. Umpires paid a mark.
May. The big fella May's back on the ground.
Long 60-metre kick that clears the pack. Could it break a line? But first on to Glenunga. Players wrapped up and tackled quickly. That's number 33, who's not on loan. Justin Booney, that is. And he's tackled and the umpire will ball it up again. So far, umpiring's been good, umpires expert.
No, absolutely they are.
No, they're really good.
You don't give a rat's ass, but it's okay, TJ. It's good on there, so they are playing. Oh, that's good. Bit high, but play on, he said. And Edwardstown playing, they're pushing and shoving, they're back.
Oh, Hospital Handball set up his mate. Parsons was ready for him. He wrapped him up like a falafel.
Anywhere, wasn't it?
He said, this is going to hurt when I grab this, I know there's someone behind me.
Yeah, but they've got it.
And we all hear the footsteps no matter what.
Got it out to 55 metres out though. Player up and down before acceptances. Nothing doing, and possibly you hear the cry of ball out there. And now it stacks on. We'll have a ball up right on the 50-metre line. 50 metres out from the Edwardstown goal. It's Glenunga by 5 points halfway through the second quarter here at beautiful Webb Oval.
Beautiful day today. Ball up and goes again. Good tap there by Orr. Straight down to play. It was wrapped up very quick, smart.
Going nowhere.
Glenunga players and the umpire said, yeah, I'll have it again.
One thing I've really noticed from some of the Div 5 games we called last year, there are no easy junk kicks out here. You've really got to earn them, and yeah, the pressure is on out there.
So it is okay. If the aerial ping pong gone, always wrapped up. He's been thrown to the ground. Maybe nothing wrong with that. Umpire said yet again. He's just let it go again. So I'll have it again.
Ball's got about 10 metres in the last 2 minutes.
It's game there, Edwardstown. Jack Morgan, Junior. Chop, they call him. Again, now we see something. Quick kick out there. Now it's gone down towards the.
Braden Roberts, that was down to full forward, but Glenunga with the numbers here. A couple of handballs will come to the near side. Oh, he's run, he's taken a bounce. Good play, Glenunga. Here we go. 2 bounces. Oh, and he's dropped it like an ex-girlfriend. But he's wonky in the middle. Spills the mark below his knees. Who was that running out of defence? It was good movement.
Yeah, they've got a +1 down there this quarter too, Glenunga. So.
Is that Sammy Abel? It was the G train, Tyler Athanasios. He showed plenty early. I don't mind him at all, Athanasios. We'll come back to him.
Not playing, so well picked up there by Edwardstown play. He's looking around, he's going to handle across right into the centre circle at the moment. We have a bounce. Corey May set that up beautiful. Down to full forward again, another ugly kick into the forward line, partly due to the pressure though, certainly. And Glenunga should clear again. Kick to the wing here, it's a tumble punt, it's anyone's ball. I think the boundary line might be the winner, or will it be CJ Inglis? It's the Edwardstown player, and now it's the boundary line. Out of play, Glenunga by 5 points halfway through the second quarter.
I'm just trying to pick up the plus,
not much has been, what, one
the
goal
+1.
We are looking in probably in the 15 minutes of this quarter. We are at 15 minutes, only 1 goal being scored this quarter, so the intensity has.
Tyler Athanasios is
already.
Link Bennett, beautiful looking kick. It does find Andy Reid in the pocket. Reid plays on quickly. Here he is. Grease lightning inboard. Hits up beautifully and finds Link Bennett from where the kick came. Beautiful 1-2-see there. Tell you, that's why he's my favourite Bennett. He'll line up from 45 metres out with the bright green boots on. Now, if you're going to wear the bright green boots, you better be a bloody good kick. So he's kicking right in front of the playground area there, down at the Pernington.
Goal post, the ball's going to come back.
Stuttery kick.
Got it.
High umpire says you are a beautiful kick, Mr. Bennett.
Sensational kick there by Bennett.
Yes.
Second goal of the game.
Yeah, according to us.
Quarter, sorry, I should say.
Yes, he's the only goal kicker for either team for the quarter, and he just reminds us why he's better than Liam. Although Liam as well, very popular.
At the other end of the ground.
Yeah, doing good things down there, Liam as well. Don't worry about that. Doing his role certainly. Number 23, Liam Bennett, just right in front of us as well.
You being a goal hog, you just like the forwards, don't you?
I used to be a fullback, mate. Fullback from way back. So, but a very handy goal there. Sees Glenunga take an 11-point lead on the Harley Heaven firm scoreboard as we see Sammy Elliott ready to come back on. Impressed me early. Wonky in ruck now wins the tap. Good read there. Beautifully played there by Greats. Finds CJ Inglis out in the wing. Inglis looks for and finds Brian Ellis.
Former Seton and Adelaide University player.
Yep, down to the forward pocket, looks for and finds Wonky. They're just starting to lift those eyes, find some leading players. Comes inboard, looks for Reid. Reid will fly and takes the mark. The captain, Andy Doss Reid. been a bit of a mismatch for Sarah. He was always going to be a bit quick there, and he's going to line up 35 metres out.
Going in with more precision now into the forward line, aren't they, the Rams?
Now, what I will say about Andy Reid, electric footballer, great pace. He's the only footballer that might get injured having a shot for goal.
Got a bit of a history there, hasn't he?
He has. Got injured at my wedding. He lines up.
Could not miss, could he?
He could miss.
No, he couldn't. Could not miss.
Oh, judging by his mate Fish Wonky's reaction, he's put it straight through the high diddle. Glenunga have kicked 3 in a row this quarter. They get a 5 goals, 4-34. Edwardstown 2-5-17. Just starting to open up a little bit. Danger signs for Edwardstown.
Services for the whole season?
They certainly do. He did say to me he was going to spend a lot of time on the bench today because he has not played a trial game, hasn't had a good pre-season.
Yeah, no, I had a word with him before. Hadn't played a trial.
No. But quality is quality. So,
yeah, and he's not carrying anything, is he? Although you're not really fit till you play your first game, mate.
And I tell you, he's been fantastic in the middle. Josh Greats, very good.
Back to the forward line again for the. Oh, that's probably not
big Michael Sarah.
They've got him out here. Roberts to Parsons. Starting to learn some of these names now, and Edwardstown just look dangerous in this build-up. Good mark there, right in the middle.
Targets, aren't they? Just by foot. Just
I think that's Liam Clark. Liam Clark, nice looking kick.
Little hit-ups.
Summers, I reckon that is. It is. Javor on fire with the names. Summers will go short. He looks for it fine.
No, this is good football.
Beautiful
really
kick.
Good football. Great hit-up.
Oh, just the last one right at full forward there, and Glenunga might mop it up.
Was a good kick.
Yeah, it was your end.
Oh.
Number 9.
And ball will spill out in the forward pocket.
Jack
yeah.
Morgan.
And good lead up at 6 or 7 kicks. And look, the boys are going to get tired. It's a hot day, and that's what they've got to do. They've got to hit those targets, find some build up. Good football. It can't all be fast football.
That was really, really good football there for Edwardstown hitting up those targets.
Breakaway here by the Mavericks last quarter, just the last 7 minutes. Taken out of the ruck there by the Mavericks. Oh, great mark there. That's Sam Abel, was it? Yeah, we just hit time on as well in this second quarter. 20 on. It's taken a long.
This could open up a fairly big lead. Very important kick in the overall game. I would have thought this one.
He's taking his time. He's going to sends it long.
Got it.
Flashing around. So it's 4 straight goals at Glenunga in the last 10 minutes. So this is certainly their quarter. They've used this win perfectly. So I think you're right when you said there, Luke. It's just the last 10 minutes. They're just taking the game on.
Yeah.
It's going down.
What was it in the first quarter?
It's going that way now. It's changed again. So they're using that scoring end thing. So
Yeah, good goal from Sammy Abel here on the wing.
absolutely, it's a great mark too. Gee whiz, he was up and around. He took it. So but 4 goals in 10 minutes, lads. That's a great thing for Glenunga at the moment.
So it's 6 goals, 440 on the Harley Heaven firm scoreboard to Edwardstown 2-5-17. So we've got a 23-point lead to the Rams.
And so now Edwardstown Edwardstown would drop the lead one. Now it's dodged and weaved. Just full forward line again. It's out into no one. It's a big chase in 4 or 5 players. A big chase. It's got that number 11 again, Sam Abel. Can he pick it up and have another shot at goal? But he's not able to. He's just taken over the boundary.
Oh, that's crisp. He wasn't able to. Well played. We've been working on that all off season. Very.
This left half forward flank heading towards the Pernix end of the ground.
23-point lead here to Glenunga. Good signs for the carton bet I've got.
Ooh.
Oh. And the throw-ins have been outstanding today. They've been big, but he's just got the grip wrong there, and we'll Just time for a bit of think music. How far in are we into the second quarter, Das?
Probably just, we have hit 22 minutes gone.
Of course, we'll be hopefully getting some scores from out of grounds. With Andrew Graham playing twos today, we might be able to contact him for a Kilburn score.
Where he should be.
Up and under kick from Link Bennett. Ball spills, Edwardstown at ground level. Parsons tackled, tries to get a kick away. Busting through quickly there is Venning high up and under kick. Registers just 1 point down there at the
And I would suggest
Phoenix
that's not
end.
good for the people at Kilburn, and then he's going to be on the red cans very early in the day.
Yeah, good for drink sales, I suggest.
Could make a nuisance of himself later on, I'm suggesting.
Quite possibly, quite possibly.
And quite appropriately, was allowed back into the club on the 1st of April.
Good kick out there from Edwardstown. Parsons, the handball doesn't hit the target though. Jose follows it up. Goes beautiful, left foot kick there. Summers through the middle. Overlap, good run there. Parsons goes down to half forward. No one there. First onto it should be the Glenunga player in the form of Booney. But no, Edwardstown onto it with speed. Tackle.
Oh, so great tackle there by brought him down, but no one in particular's got it. It's going to be running to no man's land at the moment. Picked up there like the Glenunga play in 28. That is Nick Lunky on the other side, but he's taken over the line for another boundary throw in the far on the other side on the towards the Edwardstown side. Yeah, Edwardstown scored goals, so I'll get there one day.
4-goal lead to the Rams late into the second
good
quarter.
tackle there, straight that player, handball again, another suicidal handball there. It's taken down, and it will be just another pull up. Perhaps a bit slow, could have been holding the ball. The umpire said no, I'll just pull up. Okay, so
Thank God Port Adelaide have had a better quarter, but up by 3 goals now.
Not guilty, go there.
Oh, I was getting a bit flat.
I've just got news in very quickly that Flynn's Park and Seaton Ramblers and Parks are up by 2 goals at half time. So in Div 3 there. So anyway, back to the game here. So we got to see Edwardstown, good chip in. It went over everyone's head there. So everyone's got a panic to run. Probably Glenunga player will be first to get there, which he does. Bit of an awkward kick there, but it finds his spot very well. He's on to the little ranger here. The ranger's got it. He's going to pick it up first.
He's not a ranger. Take it easy.
Yes, he is.
No,
I'm going to say it because I'm one myself. So I can.
He's been very good too.
He has done a very good job. So I'll show you who was that too.
Is it the quickest? Isn't the quickest?
No, he's smart around the middle. Or measured kick high.
Oh,
Sets.
it's
And Pross is late.
Nah, nothing you could do that there, boys. Nothing. No, nothing silly. They both were in the air and they went for it. So there's a very good mark going back into the pack. See, that was gutsy, that mark. Gutsy mark.
Good mark.
Yeah. Just well there by 16.
By Summers.
So Summers played soccer till he was 16, and then he turned to football when he was 17. So
Cavallo now in the true centre position. Will look down to full forward for the leading player.
Oh,
bang.
yeah, that's
With
too high.
courage. Who went back there with the ball? That is
Number
himself a beer
17.
tonight. Jack Harford there put his body on the line.
Gee whiz.
Knew it was coming.
25, but it was only a bit late.
A little bit winded, I think.
And here comes the umpire now. Time to get involved. It's a free kick.
Yeah, it was only a free. It was nothing much in it. Maybe 25.
Yeah. Ash Lane gives him the ball back. And he's got the ball deep in the back.
He's going to take his time.
Good kick. Out to the big fish. Down to the last minute of the game.
Last minute, yeah, with 25.5 minutes gone, so they're just going to hold it up here. So there's nothing silly going to the last quarter because they are got a good lead here going into half time.
Big fly and over the top there.
Just going to play down the line now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Benny Homburg there with the spoil.
Probably about 20 seconds to go, I think. So
Homburg's been third man up quite a few times and very, very effective. We'll have plenty of scores from out of grounds. Got a few coming through now. I'll keep working on those boys. You keep going here late in the second.
Glenunga have just dropped 2 or 3 in behind the footy.
Yeah, they are just to hold it up exactly what they should. Oh, a bit high there. Another quick kick out there. Hits the centre circle. It bounces over top of everyone there. Quick knockout there by Edwardstown player. 23. Oh, good pick up there. That was done. That was 23. Quick, trying to look at the numbers here. Liam Bennett. Good mark there. So this is where Glenunga, they did nothing silly. Now they have a shot for goal here. This is number, actually their captain, Andy Reid. Good mark there. He's going to probably take his time. The siren will probably go as he's kicking it.
Big shout out to his girlfriend Marina, who might be listening. I don't know.
Going for a 30-point lead just at half time. So
that'd be a great lead. He's just taking his time. Up comes Reedy, little nuggety play, he's kicked, umpire moves just slightly, but it's gone through
Beautiful
for a
kick.
goal.
Oh, and he gives the old
And
come on.
Glenunga,
It's
this
his
is,
second
they've
goal,
just,
goal for the quarter,
they're starting to streak away now, Glenunga. It was the siren shoots down any second now, and
It's
a good
been a
lead there.
huge quarter for Glenunga. 5 goals to nothing, boys, and they really have set themselves up for the second half.
On the Harley Heaven and the Firm scoreboard, it's Glenunga 7 goals, 5-47 to Edwardstown 2-5-17. So that's a 30-point lead to the Edwardstown. To the Rams, just on half time.
But the coach said at quarter time, guys, we need to hunt more, we need to get in the packs more, and that's exactly what they've done this quarter. They're 5 goals up, so they've listened to him. Yep. Listen to the coach as you do, and look what happens, lads. 5 goals up, going to the half-time break.
Can't help but think the 2 injuries to Edwardstown might have affected them.
Yeah, that's a good point too, TJ.
They already had 2 players missing today. 2 of their biggest name players weren't playing, and then to lose 2 more.
Just limit your rotations, and anyone who's coached would know how much that hurts you.
We just look at the size of that guy's ankle on the bench, and it's a tennis ball at the moment, as you can see. So he's going to be out for a few weeks, I think. Gee whiz.
With the fact it's 33 degrees, and you need those extra rotations, you know. That's not an excuse.
No, not at all. Exactly. 2 rotations now. Just the extra one bit of a rest.
Well read there by Farouja.
He's going to be caught underneath the ball.
He
didn't have the ball there, but
pick up by Edwardstown, flying shot from 50 metres. He's celebrating already. That's a beautiful
goal.
kick. And again,
Big May, I think.
Yes, Corey May, one of the real class players of Edwardstown, the former Bays boy, nearly drafted, only 19-year-old, and
big boy for 19.
Yes, he'll be swapping with. The plan was to swap him with Blythe. Of course, Blythe was one that came up injured.
No, it wasn't Blythe.
No, so he'll be swapping with Blythe.
He's got 2 of their 3, Corey May.
Yep. We'll see Jack Horgan come on for Aaron Parsons.
Horgan's changing with Corey May at full forward there, and they're having a run for the midfield. Another really good tap there from Glenunga. Being well serviced by Beard and Wonky today in the ruck.
Yeah, Wonky's playing everywhere today, well, both of them. They've certainly led by example today. So, long quarter, lads. About 29 minutes into the second quarter. A few guys have been scored. Umpire again throws up in the centre. Aerial ping pong ball taken again, bounced out. No one in particular's got it. Now got a chance for Edwardstown to kick. Oh, it's a good mark. Good. Oh, should have paid that one, I think. It was all over him as well. So it was all over him.
Well done by half it, I thought. Got his hand in.
We've seen 2 goals, 1 kick since we heard it was a minute to go.
Yeah, we have too. That's a bit strange, but anyhow, that's okay. But
great mark.
Yeah.
Very good mark.
The Prosenator. Oh, and he's legged as well, and that should be at his 25 metres. He's marked that ball 60 metres out. So as a full forward that kicked 74 goals last year, he's going to line up now from 40 metres, and I reckon he should be able to put this one through.
3 goals here in junk time, really.
Well, a minute. Oh, we've got about 30 minutes here in a minute.
This to make the lead if he kicks it 5 goals at half time, which is a big lead in a Div 4 game at half time.
Junk time goals kill you.
Harry Prosser. He'll line up from 40 metres out, pretty much straight in front, kicking to the clubroom end. Gives it a ride. Umpire says that's all right by me. Matchday official pumps his fist. You hear the siren in the background, and that is Prosser's 2nd for the day, and Glenunga's 8th. The half-time score is Glenunga 8 goals 5. Edwardstown 3 goals 5. It is a 30-point lead, to the Rams. Thoughts on the first half, please, Luke Hosey?
Yeah, well, first quarter, I thought Edwardstown looked much better structured than Glenunga, and they looked really structured, especially in comparison to last year. We saw them last year, saw them twice, and looked really good. And then at quarter time, whatever Brian Lees has said has worked, because they're clearly the best side in that quarter. We've got Lincoln Bennett with a couple of goals, Harry Prosser with 2, Andy Reid 2 in that quarter, and Nick Wonky's got 1 and Sam May got 1. For Edwardstown, just scored the 1 goal that quarter with Corey May scoring 1. He's got 2 for the game, but 1 in that quarter. And Colby Blythe 1 in that first quarter as well. So there you go, kickers for so far. And yeah, Glenunga 30 points, better side at half time.
And you can probably hear it in the background. Sorry, Darcy, I'll tweet you in a sec. But Glenunga haven't gone into the rooms. They're actually sitting right down in front of us in the shade.
Cooler.
Thanks, Hose.
Special
comments.
It probably would be too. But
Yes, it would be cooler in the shade, and there's a bit of a breeze. It's quite a pleasant little zephyr, and probably not a bad move here. 5 goals up, they'll be ready to go within 10 minutes. Dash, your thoughts?
Introducing Sam Vang has been carried off, so that ankle that he had is must be. I mean, we just saw it the size of a tennis ball. So he's not.
That's Mitchell Roberts.
Mitchell,
Oh, sorry,
Mitchell
is it?
Roberts. Yep, Mitchell. They're from
wrong number.
from
Sorry,
Edwardstown.
my
Wrong
bad,
team.
guys. But I think maybe Edwardstown did go inside for a bit of a spray because they did not play well at all that quarter. They looked loose. They looked terrible. They looked slow. Just not switched on as they were in that first quarter. As Ho said, they were the sharper of the two in that first quarter, but come out the second quarter and Glenunga, they just they hunted, as I think the good word there by their coach. So they hunted. We need to hunt the ball, and they did, and they kept in front. And certainly the Wonky boys sharpened up as well. Some good kicking at goals and.
Yep, 6-2 to 1-2, and they did exactly what I suggested they do in the first quarter to improve the first quarter. They lifted their eyes, and they were able to find some lead-up players. And they didn't panic with the ball so much. I mean, that first quarter in Div 4, wasn't even scrappy. It was just intense. There was the ball was on the move, but they lifted a lot, Glenunga. And look, I'll make no bones about it. Glenunga is my second favourite club in the league, behind my beloved Falcons, and I've put a carton that they're going to do pretty well this year. So good to see, isn't it, Hose? Any final comments, Hose, before we take some scores from out of grounds?
No, I just. I hinted on it at quarter time, and then you hinted on it again just before the break. Losing those 2 guys, though, and it really does limit your rotations when you're only down to 1. And I think
Very tired boys going to the third quarter.
I had 1 year out in the Barossa League where they had 22 the whole year on the bench. You had 4 on the bench, and I think it's really good. It really allows you a bit of flexibility, and players don't get as tired. It just gives you more rotations. And I think, the Adelaide Footy League, you play with 21 for 18 games, and then you can have 22 during the finals. It just doesn't add up. And maybe they can look at having 22 each week. The flip side of that is, I suppose the clubs will say, "Oh, we've got to pay more money," or whatever. I don't know.
It doesn't matter. So,
I just think players' welfare and.
How much money could your 22nd player cost, really?
I don't know, but I'm just saying that I just think it'd be better for the game to have 22 on the bench.
22 on the bench.
22 with 4 on the bench.
Get two injuries. It was quick as bang, and now they're down to 1 player, 1 rotation.
Can really hurt you.
4, lose 2 quick ones. You've still got 2. That's not too bad.
Yeah.
Okay, so. I think that's something they've certainly got to look at that. So now one player gets injured, you've got no rotations, and Div 4 footy. This is pretty fast footy today. It's pretty warm out there.
Yeah.
30 odd degrees at the moment. So certainly got to look at something like that.
Sure is. Before we go on to some best players, Hose, I'll get you to start looking around the league, see what you can find. But in the AFL, it is Melbourne by 5 points halfway through the third quarter against North Melbourne. They're leading 71 to 66. Interestingly enough, 5 more scoring shots for 5 points there. And Port Adelaide have bitten back 14 goals 8, lead the Lions 11 goals 8. That's at three-quarter time. You would expect them to go on and win, and hopefully by more than 15.5 points.
Obviously your bet.
So better players at the moment. Das, I guess for Glenunga, Andy Reid again. He probably hasn't had more than 10 touches, but he's his impact.
That's why he's the captain.
I jokingly, obviously, have for the last year and a half called myself Tommy Impact, but he's actually had a genuine impact on a game A grade footy here. His possessions are quality, and they often, you see, I look at Dangerfield, who is an amazing footballer, but gets a lot of 1-2s and burns the ball. Reid, once he gets that 1-2 back, tends to hit a beautiful target up at pace. He also was able to finish off with 2 goals, which has been crucial. I think James Wonky's been important as that avenue through centre-half forward. Whilst he himself hasn't hit the scoreboard, you've got to have that centre-half forward avenue. And in the middle, someone I didn't know a lot about is Joshy Greats. Now, Josh Greats doesn't look like he's going to set the world on fire, but he seems to have strong hips, reads the ball well, has been very strong in the middle of the ground. They call him Gratsy. He's a former PAC 2000 player from the Riverland on debut today. And I guess maybe he's probably played a bit of Division 1 football, and the drop down to Division 1 from Division 4. He probably feels like he's got a little bit more time than what he's used to, and he's not panicking in the middle of the ground at clearances.
Probably come here with Rocky Butterworth because he spent a bit of time at POAC, so he probably helped. And Rocky's got a bit of a link to the Riverland as well.
Yep. Guy Ward's been good, I thought. Abel's certainly done things, and Link Bennett as well, the better Bennett from Mercedes College. I thought he's been pretty good. I've probably missed a couple in there, but I'll give Baird a bit of a shout out as well. And Ruck, he's up against Sarah, who's been very good for Edwardstown, but he's just battling away. When it's body on body, he's got no hope, but he is jumping over the top of him at times. Das, Edwardstown?
Yeah, look, I think Jack Horgan, he's played pretty well. A junior out there, little plays.
Yeah, in defence,
well,
yep. So, he's in the leadership group as well, Jackie Horgan. So obviously they're very highly regarded.
Yeah, look, and Nick Summers, he's done very well. He's both the left and right foot kicker, so he's done well. Michael Sarah, done as usual. He's out there. How old is He's been around for years and years now.
Yeah, so just back on Summers as well. They call him Sumo. He's playing a bit of centre half back and ruck. He's actually the fittest and the quickest player on their list. So watch for him in the second half. Yeah. Actually from a soccer background. I think you might have mentioned that as well.
So he was 16 and transferred over when he was 17 to play with his mates. That's what he wanted to do, was play with his mates.
I expect a big second half from him. Sorry, as you said, heartbeat of the club. He's in every contest, and even a bit of Nick Jolly about him in the sense that when it's at ground level, he just burrows in and gives his all. Ferrugia's one, the boy from Cove, playing behind the ball.
Obviously, he was brought out by their coach because he was ex-coach down there, so he's brought out, which is a good pick up there by Edwardstown.
Yep. Jose Fudgy's done a few good things for mine. Anyone else, mate?
I think to spread him around after that, I think so. The captain, obviously, he's done very well again. Parsons leads by example as well, but again, it was pretty poor quarter, so no one really stood up that quarter, I thought. Yeah.
Baden Roberts as well hasn't been too bad.
Yeah. Needle Myers, he hasn't been round. Needles hasn't done much.
No.
Today, so there's a few that have been quiet.
Yeah, a lot of them dropped off that second quarter.
Just, he'll probably come out this quarter and start firing. I think they're probably went in the change rooms to cop a bit of a spray because they were pretty poor that quarter, and Glenunga just seemed, but they just...
Yeah, it's not the way these days though. I don't think Justin Calderbank's going to be in there giving too much of a spray, mate. It's round one of a marathon, and he's a level 2 accredited coach, so which means he can coach up to league level. And Justin is well aware that yelling and screaming is a thing of the past, and educating and
certainly some forceful things about what's going on.
Giving them some firm words. Speaking of the firm, don't forget about the firm and Harley Heaven, our gold sponsor.
We just got some scores from around the grounds on the firm and Harley Heaven scoreboard. So from around the grounds at the brand new oval, the Karen Rolton Oval in the city.
To what now?
The Karen Rolton Oval.
I can't say.
That's the old railway.
She's
the old railway.
Ping pong. She played ping pong.
Of course.
No, I'm being facetious.
She was a former.
She played district cricket, didn't she? As a female. She played men's district cricket as a female. Is that correct?
Played with her, with Karen, yes, at Port Adelaide. And Karen actually did play with the men. She played a few B grade games, but mainly C grade at Port Adelaide.
Yep.
And she was a great Australian player. She's just inducted into the Australian Cricket Hall of Fame as a female. Yep. And they've named the oval, the old Railways Oval, after her at Karen Rolton Oval. So there you go.
Not as thin as she used to be, though, is she?
No. Yeah.
Everyone gives it to us, Hose. Why not give it a bit back?
But there we go. We'll go on with the score with St Peter's Old Collegians, who were very good. We saw them last year. They went to bed.
Before you give us the score, St Peter's Old Collegians, they're getting the band back together. Schultz and the crew are back, so I'm expecting him to be doing pretty well. Yeah, he loves to hunt the pill, old Schultzy.
St Peter's 10-8-68. And Old Collegians 5-5-35. So that's
Sorry, St Peter's Old Collegians.
Yeah, it's around the wrong way. It's
they're getting done.
No. St Peter's are 10-8. Old Ignatians are 5-5.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I've written it wrong.
I'd expect that. And then, of course, that's Division.
That's in
two.
Division. That's in Division 2.
Yep.
Got a score in from Kellett Reserve. We've got Morphettville Park 6-5-41 are leading Pembroke Old Scholars 3-3-21.
Would that have goals in it? Would they have goal kickers in it?
No, not at the moment.
So just a quick one as well. Morphettville Park, my nephew Lewis Lean debuts in the A grade for Morphettville Park. So best of luck to the Lou Doggy Dog.
We've got a score in from Largs North Reserve just then. Scotch Old Collegians, who were relegated from Division 2, they are a 5-12 to North Haven 5-6. So 6 points in.
Interesting.
6 points to Scotch. North Haven kicked 5 goals to 2 in the second quarter. So Yeah, down at the Haybury, they got a very good side, North Haven. They picked up some good blokes, and I know Scotch have lost a few with the two Thorpes. I think they're off to Melbourne, and I think McAdams at Sturt as well. So they've actually lost a few. So I probably thought North Haven might have got up in that game, but and they still might. Who knows? But only early days, half time. So.
I've got one as well. Edwardstown D-grade return to the league. I think make their debut in the league. The Adelaide Footy League today for the first time. They're playing their very first game at home in C6. They currently are on 1 goal. And 11 goals down to Payneham Nord Union, the Falcons, on 12 goals. So Payneham by 11 goals at this stage.
And some more scores on the Harley Heaven Firm Schoolboard. Might be a bit of an upset at Daily Reserve. Hectorville, 7-5-47, leading Smithfield, 4-9-33. So
not sure that will be an upset, mate. I
14 points to the Hectorville.
I tipped Hectorville.
To the Hounds. And then, this is even probably a bit of an upset. Well, I would have thought that, we go to Ledger Reserve and it's 2-3-15 to Woody South and 2-3-15 to Hope Valley. I would have thought
that might only be a quarter time score.
Yeah.
Woody South have recruited well, haven't they?
Very well. Yeah. So, so I thought Woody South might have won that fairly convincingly.
Still a long way to go in that one, mate.
Yeah, we are doing a game from Hope Valley this year, so that'll be great to get up to the Valley, which is fantastic.
Yes, thanks. Looking forward to that. July 14th. Got that one locked in.
Yes. Nosey, I think, is looking forward to it.
No doubt.
See if there's any games in Division 6.
They wouldn't have the internet in Division 6.
No.
No.
One game that could be quite interesting today. It's at Salisbury Downs Oval with Salisbury West and Rosewater locking horns.
Yes, the return of Wayne Marnie today makes his way back into the Adelaide Footy League. Of course, 99 Premiership coach at Walkerville.
Taken over from the Steamboat.
Yes. Yes, Steamboat, after saying that I was no good in the media, went and got relegated and sacked. So careful what you wish for.
I think the Steamboat's just gone around Australia at the moment. I think he headed off the other day on Thursday or Friday, might have. So yeah, so they.
So, let's get back to this one, mate. Where does Edwardstown need to find the lift from in the second half? Who can you see swinging this one around?
Well, they got to start winning the midfield, don't they? They have to start there. That's where the game's won and lost.
Yep.
And I'd still go with the big fella May at full forward, leaving one out inside 50 and see if he can kick a bag.
Yep.
They didn't do that quarter. He started on the ball, then got injured. Then he went straight back onto the ball. And
yep.
I'm just seeing how they're going to line up again. And no, Horgan's going to go to full forward.
So in the middle for Edwardstown, we can see it now. We've got Sarah, we've got Parsons.
And May's in there again. He's still in midfield.
Cavallo and May. So, yeah, unfortunately, they haven't got two of him. So where have we got? Where is Matthew Jose or Josie?
Trying to pick him up. See in the back half there?
He might be in the back half. Yes, as they're just starting to make their way up now. We've just seen the matchups. Both.
Yeah, he's in the back half there, across half back there.
Looks like Nick Wunke's going to start at centre half forward. Jimmy Wunke at full forward. Prosser's playing up as a high half forward. And the boy who I've fallen in love with today, the big hips greats, the former PAC boy, he looks like he's going down to support big fishy Wunke at full forward.
Not quick, but good decision making, isn't it? Good decision making.
All right,
about
boys.
To start the second half at the Webb Oval. President's Platter. Thank you, Simon.
Boys, call the game.
I think TJ's going to scoff something at the moment. Got some big thank you there, guys, for the Glenunga guys. Just got some hamburgers and hamburgers and sausages and snacks. So thank you. And we're back to the game. So as we see, Edwardstown go into attack, into the defence first time, and the umpire's paid us free. I can't see where and how, but some boys in front of me. So it will be a free kick to
Edwardstown.
Number 9.
This is what they need to do. They need to get one or two early, get the belief back, and it's anyone's game.
It's number 9, but it's not shown up on my screen. That's okay, but he's got a...
Colby Blythe.
20 players, 20 metres out. TJ, that loses fingers here, the way he's eating the hamburger. Okay.
The President's Platter.
This will be a good start, Edwardstown. It's taken a long time to kick it.
Righto over the top of the head at the Pernix end of the ground.
Here come the Towns boys. Here they come.
That's probably something happened at half time, so here we go.
Colby Blythe, the captain there, gets him kick started. Perfect start here for Edwardstown. I expect him to come hard. Don't make a section.
No, they just said that's a good start there. So anyway, so comes back.
Much needed goal.
Much needed straight away. Good start. They need that start. Just a bit of confidence. They got a bit of knocked out of that second quarter.
Yeah, they needed that start, didn't they, Das?
Yeah, absolutely. So
next one will be making an issue. And the breeze has really dropped off now, isn't it? Not even a zapper.
Corey May, if he needs to find something, gets out of the centre. He doesn't go to him this time, but number 13, he's wrapped up quick smart there. Yeah, good play. Number 13,
Big Sarah there. He's rucking really well, and he's taking the leap away from Big Beard, and he's getting his body across him. So yeah, good ruck work by Big Sarah. Once again, gets the Sarah again.
It's not good. That's Glenunga will take it now. Got straight up there. Oh, geez, that should be pretty close to being reportable. He's hit him pretty high there. The elbow went up, mate. The elbow went up and straight in him.
I must admit, I didn't see it. I didn't see it, but a yellow card.
If he gets reported for that, he's been
sent off for something. I think there's something happened afterwards. Certainly,
I can't
nothing
say
in
I
it.
saw it. So.
Nothing in it.
yeah, I don't know. But anyway, we see he's got 25 minutes as he shoots. He's been given a yellow card. Come off. Yeah, supposed to come off.
Yellow card for Andy Reid. He's going to have a 10-minute spell. He needed a rotation.
Come off. That's the problem.
But he hadn't been reported. That's the main thing.
That's what's probably happened. He's going long and direct at him with the next goals. Oh, he's kicked across the face of goals there. They've been caught. That could be holding the ball now. That could be. He's been caught holding the ball. That was a suicidal kick by that Glenunga play.
Yeah, it wasn't a great kick out, was it?
Chance of kicking their second goal within the first 5 minutes of this quarter. So
they had a poor kick out in that first quarter too, and it resulted in a goal.
Goals there, and it bounced in front, got caught holding the ball. So
Corey May here. Colby Blythe, Corey May, those names we said, Hose, they've come into it. They've come into it early.
Well, Colby Blythe and Corey May kicked their score, 2 each. They've kicked their 4.
TJ's taught everything this guy knows, an ex-Glenelg player.
No, good play, this lad.
He's sprayed that one forward, he's gone through for a point. That would have given a bit of confidence there, but second goal within the first 5 minutes, but he's kicked the point, but that's okay, it's still down their end.
Did 4 game with a full ground press.
Every player is in the bottom half of this ground at the moment. Don't see there very much of that in A4 footy, but anyway.
No.
Back forms, it's gone down, picked up there by the Edwardstown player. Wobbly sort of kicked there and did find a target in the Edwardstown player there. You can't see many players because they're on the other side there, but they picked it up in number 10. That was Lachlan Middleton. And was the call. So again, picked up there by Edwardstown. They've got a handball. That's a good handball out to someone on his own.
Well, that's right.
He got caught at the end of the day there. But
Edwardstown making hard work of this, getting it out of their back half, by the way. They just can't get it out of their back half. Finally. And a good kick.
And a good mark there too, under pressure as well, that player. So he's coming into the centre.
Good mark, good mark.
There too. Always been held up, couldn't even play on there, but he said, no, umpire said, no, go back over your mark.
Good mark by that Edwardstown player.
Should be, as I said, as expected, there was always gone over top of that number 9.
Good punch from Bennett. Here they go, coming out on the outer side, on this far side of the ground. Oh, just got his kick away. Sam Venning.
On Sam Venning. Is that the one they call the Hawks? He's a big boy. Oh, that's a good tackle. He's driven to the ground. There's some big tackles here. Oh, hang on. See, there's some big hard tackles going on here at the moment. So, big boys out there.
That's the second time today Corey May's come from the ground not looking all that well. That's a big hit. Yeah, it was a good bump from Sam Venning.
It's about 5 metres in front of us where the ball is down. Players just throwing the ball up. Right contest. No one gets the tap out. Quick chip in there, but not well directed there. It's hit the
Grant Ellis.
He's just going to have a bit of a time out now. He's just going to have a look down the ground. Probably run it down the side of the boundary line, I'm presuming, which he does. Hugs the boundary line there. Pack forwards, nearly taken there by that. Oh, hang on.
Just took it out.
It's Fudgy Ferrugia there. They call him the Fudge.
Push and shove there, nothing
fun.
Another lad there, probably,
Always having fun.
brought over by their coach.
And I'm on commentary duties now as the boys attack that platter. Momentum just swung a little bit here, but Glenunga run onto the ball here, and it just escorting it over the line there. I think the ground jump is dead. He's let out some expletive there. He's not well. He's stacked it like a BMX rider that stacked it. Anyway, he's recovered now. He's right. He's going to throw it in. True centre wing position right in front of us. It's Baird and Skara. Battle. Skara too strong. Sarah, sorry, is it? Sarah. Ball spills, and we'll have a ball up here. Centre wing position, about 5 minutes into the third quarter. It's Glenunga leading Edwardstown by 4 goals, but momentum just slightly swung in Edwardstown favour. Tap by Sarah. He's dropped at the knees there, a la Joel Selwood, and been wrapped up. Didn't lift the arm though, because he's not a cheat. And we're going to have another ball up there right in front of us. I can't stand that stuff. So well done there. It was Link Bennett, as I've mentioned before. That's my favourite, Bennett. Baird needs to jump over Sarah. Don't try and body him, son. He's huge. You're not. And wrapped up. And again, bit of intensity, bit of pressure around. Ball up here from the umpire. Hose and Darcy absolutely going to town on a burger at the moment. One through there, well done by Guy Ward. Guy Ward, quick left foot kick. Leading in the ball is Glenunga over the top. Maybe a free kick there to the bearded warrior at the base of the pack. And it is. Well, I saw it. Glenunga didn't like it.
Very happy to get left something today.
Yes. Okay, that is about Aaron Woolard. He comes out. Quick play, Liam Clark. Liam Clark to the wing, to the big fella there. Is that Curtis? It is Michael Curtis. You can at least look at the names, boys, while you're ingesting. Oh, nearly swore then. Ball spill right in front. Trying to walk his way out as a Glenunga player. He's tackled. He's drilled to the ground. We'll have a ball up 40 metres out, right on the outer side there. It is Glenunga leading Edwardstown by 23 points here on, are we still called SA Footballer TV? What are we called these days, Hose? SA Footballer Live? You better give us a name as we have a ball up. Well, the cameraman's just taken a snag. It's all happening. Ball spilled. And down, we're going to have a ball up 50 metres out from the Edwardstown goal. And the other Bennett, Liam Bennett, has finally finished his little hate affair with Colby Blythe. They were getting into each other there for a good 5 minutes, but I think they've found some common ground and got a bit tired. Another ball up. Again, tap by Sarah. Secondary tap, quick kick. It spills to Glenunga. They should clear straight through centre half back. Quick skills round the body. Open play. It's all Edwardstown. Should lead to the ball. Shepherd, it should be put on Greats. Not effective though. Interesting handball. It's just gone a bit scrappy. The boys will be pretty tired. Kick to centre half forward. Dropping what he should have taken there, but getting... I'm absolutely certain that player has actually bumped him with his penis, and he's got a free kick there, Will Summers. He didn't use his hands, but he did get into his back with his pelvic region. Summers inboard there. True centre half forward position now. Flying great spoil over the top by Bennett. The other Bennett, Liam Bennett, he's all right too. Tackle should be applied on Sarah by Inglis. It is double tackle by Glenunga. And we have a ball up 65 metres out. Co-commentators, you got anything for me? No. Good hamburger, obviously. Well done to the Glenunga. I don't think they've got us on live down there, but thanks to the barbecue staff at Glenunga.
The President's Platter.
And good tackle there. Another ball up. Just struggling for space here, of course. As you mentioned, Hose, before, both teams a full ground press in Division 4. Quite interesting to see. Really, it's just clocked off, haven't you, boys? Ball up, 60 metres out. Third man up over the top. Well done, Edwardstown. Spills, quick kick, left foot kick. 2-on-1 though. It's all Glenunga, but Spills, pass though at ground level. Spins, secondary spin. Don't argue. The handball, not an effective one though, and he'll be tackled and crunched. Absolutely crunched there was a young fella, Lane. But they win it back. They go to full forward now with a quick kick up high and good mark. Is that Blythe? And they just... It's hard to tell. There's a bit of a stacks on there. Looked like Kobe Blythe maybe by the way he marked it. Could be wrong.
Is that Horgan? I reckon it's Horgan.
No. He's on a bit of an angle. It is great spotting there. Great commentary, Javor. He has marked it, Colby Blythe. 5 metres out on about a 45-degree angle. Good footballer will put this through. And they just probably need that 10 minutes to be up and get Andy Reid out there. Just give him a bit of drive off half back, Glenunga. That's what they're missing at the moment.
Back now, TJ. Good handball there by Glenunga. He has picked that. It is another goal to Edwardstown. So great goal there. So it's 2 goals to without Glenunga scoring anything this quarter. So good start.
Yes.
TJ taking over there for that first few minutes.
No worries. It's looking at the Harley Heaven firm scoreboard. It is Glenunga still leading by 17 points. Next goal is absolutely crucial in the premiership quarter. There's no doubt about it here.
Yeah, 2 vital goals there to Edwardstown.
Yep. Brian Lees has made a change. He's put Wonky in the ruck. Inglis is now in the middle as well. Maybe just looking for some freshness and maybe a little bit of...
You hit it on the head. Big Beard was trying to out-wrestle Big Sarah, and that was never going to work.
Big tap by Wonky. Didn't try and wrestle him, just ran through. Ball spills, Inglis running onto it. Soccer's at 4 to secondary soccer. Prosser gets it, gives it. Snap kick there from... Oh, and he probably should have kicked it. Yeah.
Chip away, sock off the ground, handball out, but just wasn't it.
Yes, and when you got green boots like that, you've got to kick the goal there, Bennett. I'm starting to lean towards Liam Bennett. I'm moving off Lincoln Bennett. I like Lincoln. Now I'm on Liam, but Link's just missed a bad one there. As the ball's gone deep into the Glenunga International School. School I used to teach at Das. That's why they're going so well, maybe. Who knows? Anyway.
The Hydra Smart Pure Water into the ground.
Kicks to himself. It's straight down the middle. Good play. Carries it 60 metres. A great kick there by Summers. He's been good. Will Summers.
Had a good game.
Sumo, centre half back. I told you, come into it in the second half. He's quick, he's fit. Awkward kicking style though. Oh, big fly there from the other Bennett. But run down. Parsons position A. Down to the man with the man bun. He goes inboard. Beautiful.
Good
little
eyes.
kick.
Good
Unselfish
eyes.
play there. That was James Uren there. Kicking it and finding... We'll just get him to turn around. Is that Ferrugia with the ball? No, it is Will Cavallo.
Yeah.
Will Cavallo there, number 4. Towns Jr., back pocket on baller, had a massive pre-season and a new dad. So congratulations there to Will Cavallo. 45 metres out, side angle.
This will really set the game up if he kicks it, which he has. He's got it.
He has. That's 3 in a row to the Towns.
We just saw that. A long kick out, a mark, another long kick out into the centre half forward. A couple of chips across, bang, so they used that straight down the centre.
Yep.
2 long kicks and they got a goal out.
And I think Glenunga just starting to feel like what Div 4 is like. You're not going to run over team in Division 4 like you did in Division 5.
That structure that Edwardstown started with, they've got that structure to get back again in the third quarter.
And
which they lost in the second.
okay, and big coaching moves being made. Reed's 10 minutes is up. He's thrown him straight down a full forward, and he's going to play with Prosser. So Prosser and Reed now in the 50 by themselves. If Reed can get some ball, a massive job here down there is going to need to be done by Liam Clark.
That would tell me Andy's feeling it a little bit, not having played a pre-season game.
Possibly.
Already gone 15 minutes, mate.
Beautiful tap by Sarah, back over his head. I think that finds half and half. It goes long to full forward. Elliott, best position, just boxed out of it.
Oh, he hasn't got that. Probably. Oh, you don't think it's tackle high.
No, I thought it was a great tackle.
Okay, yep.
You can tell who went to PAC and who went to Taparoo High.
I'll have to give you that one, TJ. That was very clever. Okay. Right about 5 metres out from the Edwardstown score. A good chance here. Oh, it could have kicked over top. We could see a
Goal.
slap there. Slap there by number 3. Doesn't quite get the distance. That would be too high. And can't play.
You get a free kick.
So the ball's in the air like that.
Free kick in the square to Edwardstown.
Could be a 25-2.
Right?
A suicide kick out there for that play, but good handball over the top. So the real runner here, they'll run out by James Ferrugia, who's had a great game.
And it is very, very warm today, so the players will feel it. Guy Ward.
Yeah, Cavallo just coughed it up there, did everything right except the kick. Oh, beautiful. Oh, Prosser's tunnelled out of it there.
Big Michael Sarah.
Ball on the outer side. Oh, Reed, shutdown speed, brilliant to apply the tackle. And we'll have a ball up 55 metres out from the southern end, otherwise known, of course, as the Hydro Smart Pure Water Shop. Pure water, it tastes better.
Only 12 points to the difference now to Glenunga on the Harley Heaven
Sarah wins it down. Clark with a very quick kick, but it's all Glenunga. Taking the mark, hitting the ground running, playing on, crossing 50, but an ugly kick into the pocket looking for Prosser. Spins out of bounds, and we'll have a ball up 20 metres around from the goal point post down at the Hydro Smart Pure Water Shop end. It's Glenunga by 12 points here at beautiful Webb Oval, boys.
Fantastic day for footy, isn't it? Well, watching, Warren, seeing it.
Sure is.
Got a crowd down here laughing at us at the moment, so I think we're doing a good job down here, so it's good on us. So.
Bit of a lull in play.
One down by Edwardstown. This way, that way. Left foot kick out towards the wing, but again, Glenunga should be able to bring it back in. Good spoil by Glenunga towards the boundary line. Running onto it quickly. 24. Wish these numbers were in order.
The first game of the year.
Yeah. Sam Venning now. Venning will go long. It's a big kick. It's gone 65, maybe nearly 70 metres, but it's to the near side. And it's 1- score. Could be a handy point. Is it too early? Yes, it is too early. It's Glenunga by 13 points.
All the change in numbers for Glenunga is they all took their premiership games from last year and they don't have their jumpers. So.
Probably a good problem to have as opposed to just, stealing of the jumpers. Again, here's that kick straight down the middle. Beautiful kick. Like laser kick straight down to...
number 1, Braden Roberts.
Braden Roberts, so he's been good. Yep. He goes on to half forward to run onto. Is that Sam Elliott? It is the old man of the squad. Quick handball, release handball. Looks like Cavallo.
Great eyes, great kick.
Parsons. Ball was touched. He goes backwards, back to the flank. Sammy Elliott just says, I'll slow it down, lads. I'm experienced. I'm old. I'll take control of this. 65 metres out. He looks like he's having a shot.
That Parsons got really good eyes. He's had a few good kicks.
Well, that's why he's captain, mate. He's 34 years old. He's probably got 28 years of football experience. He's having a shot from 65 metres out. He has got ambitions and capabilities, usually confused. And he sets it to the point post. And it's marked by Glenunga. And they'll come out near side, near us. Beautiful play, quick play.
They come out the side every time, don't they?
Link Bennett. And the player coming off the bench has read that well there. That's Ash Lane.
They're not going to claim that, mate.
Dylan Ryden claiming a mark. Goes backwards dangerously. They should be able to work it out though, and they do through Alan Woolard. Woolard to the far side. First onto it might be Ellis though. No, he's cut off by Elliott. Made some good ground there, Elliott. Now on the left foot, comes inboard. Das.
Cavallo.
Cavallo again, a Mildura boy. He sends it in long. He's another quick kick and a good kick there
Beautiful.
too. He's going to hold it up. He will hold it up.
Parsons, the captain.
Got a good leg, young Cavallo.
He's led from the captain. One of the names we mentioned. Life, Parsons. Taking control of the game. Always going to lead it.
Great leg, yeah.
A back pocketer from my male junior on the ball. Leadership group does play on the ball. Sorry.
Played in the midfield last year with Surrey and was very good.
Anyway, he does line up about 45 metres out in a slight angle, and this kick will really lift the spirits of Edwardstown if you can put this through. The left footer, high up and up. Umpire does not move, and it pops over the line. We've got a 7-point ball game here at Webb Oval. It is Glenunga 8 goals, 755. Edwardstown 7 goals, 648, and they have kicked 4 goals in a row.
PJ, you said after the first goal, you said here come Edwardstown, and you're quite right this quarter. Here they come, and they are just absolutely on fire at the moment.
Yeah, they've had a huge pre-season, up to 80 on the track at times, and in February they did contract signing. They signed contract commitments for pre-season. They've stuck to it, and that's what happens. You put in a big pre-season, second half of games, things start to click in, and you realise all that hard work was for a reason.
Second quarter, but whatever Justin Quarterbank said at half time's work.
Yeah. Oh.
We used the corridor.
Sarah across the line there. For me, that's a free kick.
He was doing that early. He was taking his leap away.
That's a free kick for mine. But anyway, I'm not an umpire and not even a very good commentator, so I'll move on. We're going to have a secondary ball up. Us, as umpire expert, we've got a second. Is that legal? Can he cross the line?
I was alluding to that earlier in the quarter.
No, I missed that one. No, I didn't actually see it. So anyway, here we go. He was turning again. They're using that corridor. Oh no.
Big Benny Watkins and Ross Trevor was famous for that.
Yeah. He was a nasty player.
Just out of the air. It's gone about 50 metres out of the air. The umpire's seen it.
Holding.
Yeah, it was holding.
It was Dylan Riding that sent it forward. It's going to come out quick. Now some fast footy from Glenunga. They come inboard, looking long, but playing in front beautifully. Cavallo, we've called his name many times this quarter. That exuberance of youth, those quick legs. Clark misses the handball to Fudgy. Fudgy looks to go back and make him clean up his mess.
Well, here or there, if he grabbed that handball, he would have been sending him along again. Use that corridor perfectly, which they're doing well this quarter. Straight down, 2 kicks in their forward line.
Ball bobbing around like a cork in the ocean, the great man once said. Spills to Glenunga. Kicking to the forward pocket. 1-on-1 here. It's Wonky versus the Edwardstown player. Can't make it out beautiful. And Cavallo's come and helped on the scene and just receives a nice little handball there. I think it's Michael Curtis, is it? Yeah, Michael Curtis, of course. So we've got a bit of mail on Michael Curtis, have we? We sure have.
Tommy Beard has got to get away from Sarahhead. Don't lock arms with the big fella. Get off him and leap.
Michael Curtis, probably the best fullback in Division 4. They call him Scoop. One down there by Glenunga. Ball spills. They should come out through Ferrugia. Ferrugia spills again. A ball, and the umpire says that's a free kick. You can't do that.
Now see what Edwardstown do here, where they go straight down the corridor again.
Take it back.
No, they've got to take it back. No, they've got to take it back. Yeah, you can't do that. No, you can't do that.
Wake up your ball.
Wake up.
I've never heard that one before.
No, there's some new ones that come out of these crowds sometimes. It's quite amusing.
I get wake up your dad every morning.
Anyway. Use a corridor.
Okay.
There again, long and there, long.
Robert's
get
beautiful
it down there.
Kick, yep.
Absolutely was.
But
it
great
was,
mark running back with a flight there and taking good overhead mark. Is that big Tommy Baird?
Don't know. Can't
I reckon it is.
I think it is, yeah.
Probably just needs to do a bit more of that around the ground. He does battle hard. Nice hit up kick there. Looks for and finds.
That first quarter when he leaped, he's just trying to lock arms.
Harry Prosser. He's pushed up high on the wing here, Prosser. He goes short. They're just slowing it down a little bit.
They're chipping it all over. 25 minutes gone in this quarter, so they've probably been told there's only a minute to go, so they may be just chipping around just to
go in with
save
the lead.
time.
They should be able
exactly
to
right,
the
TJ.
Back. Certainly the club end's been the scoring end. He looks for and finds the Hulk.
Absolutely no breeze here at all now, though.
Sam Venning, of course, a policeman by trade. Not a dirty copper, though. He kicks to the pocket, looks for and finds. It looks like Guy Ward's run down. Number 3. The Crows top-up player does not drink, and he'll need all the refreshment he can find because he's going to line up from the boundary line about 45 metres out in the far corner in the car park end, right next to Glenunga International.
That's also with Michael Roberts from Edwardstown. He doesn't smoke or drink either, so
I don't think Guy smokes either. Yeah.
So 2 here was very unusual, but that's why they're as fit as they are.
Drug-free as well.
Hydra Smart into the ground there, just having his shot on goal.
Going to take his best kick very close to the man on the marker. Don't think it'll get there, or will it? Not quite. Just rushed over there, right on the line. That's 1 point to Glenunga. Glenunga take an 8-point lead here at Webb Oval. We're 26 minutes into the third quarter as the boundary umpire still looks very, very proppy.
It does, doesn't it?
Quick kick, well played. Number 5, that's James Duran. He goes long, running
intercepted
back with
well.
Good intercept, Mark. Good intercept.
Not sure who it is, but it's courageous.
Number 26, Dylan Smith, I think, is it?
No.
26, Dylan Smith.
Yep, well done.
Very courageous.
Good spot. Dylan Smith, haven't called his name too many times. Chopped off well though by Vallow. Doing his own ball in the third quarter. He's all kicked well. Clark, he'll streak Bruce and a half back. Half distance kick, but that's a horrible kick.
Gee whiz.
Kicked it like my mum. Straight to Glenunga. They'll come out wide, and this is Reid. Reid loves it out here. Should get a Shepherd.
He's going to have a bounce now. Yeah, he's going to have a bounce.
Andy Reid, he's greased light, and he gets rid of it and hit late. Didn't flop though, because he's a man's man. I see players flop all the time.
Yeah,
and I hate it.
He could have, and there would have been FAD after that one, but quite correct.
They had the ball downfield anyway. Kicked it to Bennett. Bennett slow played it though, and he goes long to Fishy Wonky. He'll fly. And really good play there. Things you don't notice. Dylan riding there, just boxing him out whilst keeping his eyes on the ball. Didn't give away the free. Really well played. Oh, that man will.
Vello.
High up and under kick though.
That's in the back. Can't. No argument there.
No point acting surprised, mate. We all saw it. Guy Ward goes along.
Was more obvious than goodness.
Testing. Play beautiful.
Great mark in front.
Not sure who that is. Sorry, but no, that's
Brian Ellis.
Braden Roberts. Braden Roberts has been pretty good. I've been happy with his game. Changing in the ruck, down back, doing a good job. Straight down the middle, right into the true centre position. Big Wonky gets it down. Cavallo again. And they're on here. Corey May comes in board, takes it on. Great smother there.
That would have hurt too, I think.
Absolutely brilliant smother, causes a turnover, and they'll go. Courtesy
Lincoln
of Bennett. That's a huge smother. I think Brian Lees might make mention of that smother. That could have been a shot after the siren. We've got Darcy Evans going out to Edwardstown. And on the Harley Heaven firm scoreboard, it is Glenunga. 8 points up, but Hose, no goals in that quarter.
No, none at all. So that's on the Herman Firm scoreboard. It's 8 goals, 8 to Glenunga. That's 56 to Edwardstown 7-6. So it's 8 points at three-quarter time. They have dragged back 22 points in that quarter after being 30 points down at half time. Fair to say that Edwardstown won that quarter convincingly, TJ.
Yeah, look, can't argue with you, mate. 4 goals, 1 to 3 points, efficiency, ball movement. Edwardstown not afraid to use the corridor, and they turn it over down back, and they can hurt you on the rebound.
The two players they've got to stop is Cavallo's getting a mountain of the footy, and Big Sarah. Yep. He's unstoppable at the moment, both in the ruck and taking some marks across that half back line.
Absolutely. Oh, Fish, have a listen to Fish Wonky, absolutely letting him have it. Fish Wonky, of course, former North and Sturt player, played a lot of country footy, absolutely demanding more of his forward line, taking the forward line group aside, letting him have it. The thing about Cavallo, mate, is he's got a lot of his play, and no disrespect, it was a brilliant quarter, but it's from the turnover where his players, he then runs around, gets the handball, and he's setting up. Yeah. So if you use the ball, he doesn't get those easy touches. And I'm not having a go at.
No, he's getting.
It's his leg work that's getting him there. He's getting himself to position, but he's very much playing a set-up role, Cavallo.
He's playing that quarterback role. Call it.
Yep. Town Junior, back pocket, plays on ball. He's had a big pre-season. He's a new dad, and he's having a great game.
All that big pre-season is helping him with his leg power or leg speed to get to contest and getting that free ball. So Cavallo's kicked a goal, Horgan's kicked one in that quarter, Colby Blythe kicked one, and
overall goal kickers, I'll just shoot through them really quickly. For Glenunga, 3 of them on a brace in Lincoln Bennett, Harry Prosser and Andy Reid, Nick Wonky and Sam Abel with singles. I expect one of the Wonkies to have a big last quarter and get Glenunga over the line. I could be wrong. For Edwardstown, Blythe with 3, May with 2, singles to Cavallo and Horgan. Really quickly, Hose, anything from other grounds of extremely important note as I very tentatively check the AFL scoreboard?
I will just go around the grounds here. We've got from the Karen Rolton Oval, we have St Peter's Old Collegians 13-11-89 to Old Ignatian 7-6-48. So that's a 6-goal lead. They'll win. What's the AFL score, TJ? Hopefully the Power have got up.
The Power 14-13-97. Brisbane Lions 14-8. 92, a 5-point win to the Power. You've killed my multi-bet, you pack of duds. And
at least they won.
That's all that matters, really.
That's the main thing.
And my Ladbrokes account is now officially dead. Goodbye.
Well, they actually bought my multi-bet last week because I took Sydney.
So did I, actually. Well done, Demons, too good. 25-point winners over North Adelaide. Big hello to my daughter Isabella, who's just woken up from a nap and listening and can't work out why I won't talk back to her when she talks to me on the radio. So, hello, dear. And what else you got from us from around the grounds, mate? I have to be very quick because they're in their huddles, they're in tight.
We have from Kelly on the Furman Harley Heaven scoreboard, Morpheville Park 7-7, Pembroke 5-5. We'll get some scores from other grounds. It just takes a while for it to all come through. And I'm just trying to load them all up. Division 4, I don't think there was any game there. No, we didn't. We had a few from Division 5 here. Just loading them.
Okay, Darcy, what do we got from the Edwardstown huddle at three-quarter time?
We believed in ourselves at that quarter. That's what I said at half-time. So just believe in yourself. We're not out of it, which they weren't. And they just come out and they just showed exactly what true Edwardstown.
Justin Quarterback, good coach from BC Pro the last 2 years. Level 2 credible coach.
Tightening up the Baylor reserves before they're coming back at the Hounds. So the Hounds led the lead at the time. Smithfield, there on the Harley.
We'll come back to the scores from out of grounds at the end, Hose, because we've got an absolute thriller. I'm not sure if it's the 33 degrees cooking my skull, but I'm excited by this. This is going to be a close finish. 8 points. It's anyone's game. Darcy, hello kids on scooters. Darcy, one tip please. Edwardstown or Glenunga?
I'm going for Edwardstown.
I'm going for Glenunga.
By goal.
Okay, for Glenunga in the middle, we've got the Hulk Abel, we've got Guy Ward, number 10. We've got Lockie Middleton having a run in there with Big Tom Baird. For just adjusting his testicular area, looks like Cavallo in there. Yeah, Parsons, Sarah, and let's watch Sarah across the middle line of the ball up, and I can't make out the last play. I'd suggest to see the Corey Mayer, Colby Blythe. The centre matchups are huge. This one's going to go down to the wire. You got the time clock, Final quarter, Webb Oval. It's round 1, Division 4 football, Glenunga and Edwardstown. Thanks for joining us on SA Footballer Live Call. Baird over the top, good tap and beautifully read. It's, yes, well done, Corey May. Long and direct, over the top, into the open goal. He needs to soccer it. He has. It's first blood. How many seconds, Darcy? 9 seconds.
9 seconds already. That was on the clock.
Those two men
long
again.
And direct, lads. Get it out of the centre. Long and direct.
Corey May out the centre, from the centre break down to Colby Blythe, ball over the back into the goal square, bang goes the goal. We've got a 2-point ball game, and they are proving to be absolutely huge. Colby Blythe, the captain, getting the job done there. Got a little bit of mail on Colby Blythe, haven't we? He certainly can play. He's 31 years old, ex-North Adelaide, full forward, changing in the middle, and at the moment he's doing a great job.
Is that for Collins Boost today? Gee, we're straight out of the middle down there.
Baird did win the tap. Can he win the tap again? This time it's Sarah, straight down again. Oh, he has lifted here. That's Corey May. Goes long to Blythe. Oh, this time Bennett gets a fist on the ball, and we have got a 1-point ball game. How is that?
I just thought Edwardstown had that run, that third quarter.
X factor. Corey May absolutely lighting up the last quarter.
Again, he's had a good game too.
He's a long kick. He's going to go to the wing with a 60-metre punt. It's kind of his modus operandi. Of course, Edwardstown with a couple of injuries.
So hug the boundary line, looks like they're calling for it.
Measuring kick. It's a high up and under 50, right in front of us. Stack pack of about 8. Big flyer, ball punched, and we'll have a ball up right in front of the Edwardstown bench. And I tell you, Glenunga are going to have to find their run. Long down the line kicks will not get the job done against this because.
Right, the pack forms.
Yep.
Edwardstown are coming home hard, aren't they?
They certainly are. They've kicked the last 5 goals.
Ball's thrown in. Okay, picked up by no one. Overrun the ball there. Held to it.
Benning.
He's been grabbed and yep.
Wrapped up ferociously there.
Giving nothing now both sides. So umpire again. So hopefully he leaves things go this last quarter.
And absolutely, I cannot believe that they're leaving Corey May unmanned at the moment. He's the danger man.
Yep.
Come on.
Quick kick out. It's
Quick
all
kick.
Edwardstown, which is good. Oh, he's probably
Bit of a fumble.
Oh, he's gone inboard, dangerous. Oh, flying through.
Great
CJ
pick
Inglis
That's
to Baird. Good smother. This game has gone up a notch. Don't worry about that. The big fella, Sarah.
Oh, grab him.
He's kicked it out, but he's turned it over. And
Grant
Ellis. And now Glenunga's a chance to build, but it's a high up and under kick down the line. Looking for Greats, cutting across his Edwardstown. They cause a spillage, and they'll get the ball. High up and under left foot kick now. Anyone's ball? No, it's Glenunga. They take the mark on the centre wing. They've got to get it moving. They do. Bit of fast footy. Straight down the line, looking for Fish Wonky. He gets it. He gathers. Oh, he's pushed onto the slippery dip.
I'm not sure what that is. A push, a shove.
He tried to give a bit of a don't argue,
And they argued. It's a throw in. 30 metres around from the point post down.
It's only been 3 minutes this quarter gone. There's a bit of intensity gone.
Oh, it has, mate. It means a lot to both teams. 1-0 is a lot better than 0-1, mate. Just to state the bleeding obvious. Yes. Oh, Sarah. Oh, it's a dangerous kick. Oh, sitting under at position A. Oh,
Yeah,
good
good
spoil. Well done, Edwardstown. Doing the danger passes.
No one there though.
But it's all Glenunga. First minute, he's got time for think music. It's the G train, but he's shut down reasonably quickly. Comes in board, slips the tackle, hits up the kick well, finds Baird. Ruckman with the kick at centre half back. Nervous times.
Edwardstown, even though they've only got one left on the bench,
It's a beautiful switch. He switched at 55 metres and finds Brian Ellis out there, getting some possessions out there on the wing. Again, down to the pocket, front of the scoreboard. Edwardstown at ground level. No, Fish, great pick up, Fishy Wonky. Good tackle, holding the chutney, I thought. Greats with a handball now. Shepherd provided from the pocket from 45, looking in the goal square. It's Bennett. Oh, Sarah with the spoil. Well done there, big Michael Sarah, Mick Sarah.
He's been their best today.
He's certainly been their most honest. I don't know if he's been their best. For me, Blythe and May are the real X factors.
Good mark there. See,
Summers, he's been good too.
Using the corridor to probably kick up long again with someone down there.
I mentioned Summers will come into it. He's the fittest player. And they're looking for the run and carry, and they've got it. They've got Summers. They've got Cavallo with the ball now. He goes short. Oh, coming through. Great spoil there, Glenunga. 26, your mate Darsor coughs up the handball.
Under pressure.
Quick kick and it's that first quarter panic. It's coming back. Beautiful kick though. Finds Wonky leading up on the wing. Beautiful lead up kick and pass there. I think that was Ward kicking to Wonky. Wonky now. They keep kicking it to that scoreboard. Don't know why. And ball spills out of play right in front of the scoreboard. That tells us it's Glenunga by 2 points. 5 minute mark. Final quarter. Host.
Yeah, we're getting a first game on the live stream, and 2 points the difference on the firm Harley Heaven scoreboard.
Call it back, and they are going to call it back.
They've listened.
No, it's a free kick. Is it? No, he's calling it back. Yes, it is a free kick.
Yeah, big Michael Sarah.
Yep. Oh, it's an interesting kick. It's a floater. Running back with it beautifully. Redney plays on, hits the ground, running it. Summers, fittest player on the ground, coming through. Downfield, is it? Oh, it is.
From 50 metres away, although I think it was there.
And
yeah, holding free.
Yeah.
Oh, is it against Bennett? And that man that I think is probably the most important man on the ground, Corey May, is going to have a shot.
I said in that first quarter that Link Fender kept looking at him, and he did then. And just that little holding free.
He's going to line up 25 metres out for the first time.
Put him in front.
I think for the first time today.
First quarter we were a little bit in front, I thought.
Maybe they kicked the first goal, possibly. And he has split the middle. Corey May gets his third. Edwardstown get their ninth. And they come back. Well, it's not quite complete yet, but they have hit the front.
I think that Glenunga player's telling the umpire what he thinks of it, because he's still not happy about what happened after that. I
don't think he's got much to argue about. Had hold of the jumper.
Big Nick Wonky coming back on for Greats here. Might see a few rotations in the last quarter. A few nervous looks floating around now at the moment.
Oh, you know, they had a 30-point lead at half-time, Glenunga, so all credit to Edwardstown.
Yep.
Clawed back 34 points.
Brian Lees has made two big changes in the middle. He's thrown Guy Ward and Andy Reid. He's gone to some trump cards. Can they lift them? Watch for Reid and a centre clearance here, maybe. Ball run down by Sarah. Duck of the head. We don't like that. No. Who was that? 13, Aaron. That was Parsons, was it? Yep. Man with a pineapple. The lid, if you will. As we see Baird and Sarah. Sarah will try and box him out here, and effectively does. Beautiful palm down to Parsons. Kick forward, half forward here.
I was watching Big Sarah at the last ruck in the middle there, and it certainly crosses that line before the ball goes up. So, yeah, something there to watch for the rest of the year, I would have thought.
Darcy Evans.
Okay, well, I'm just trying to get some other scores. But we'll do that afterwards. But just want to make sure that
third man up.
Oh.
I didn't see. He's holding the man. He's going to call. So he come back.
So that's interesting one. That's not holding the man for me, because he's trying to perform a scissor kick. So he's trying to hold him off.
It wasn't holding. I don't know. I think some of the players are confused about that one. Just looked around and go, what was that for? Even the player that's got the ball.
You know,
I'll take it. No, it's full.
Glenunga have waited till this late in the fourth quarter then, before they've had a third man up, really, to get over the top of Sarah. You know,
he's a stationary target, mate. Even I could go third man up on him.
What have we
really.
seen? Edwardstown again. Another chance of a score here, so this is a good run that they're having at the moment.
They've stopped to a standstill so far. The Rams in this last half.
Edwardstown, they had the two men down, so
this put them 10 points in front. It's a big kick.
A long way out.
45 yards out. I think he's got it. He's got it. That's a goal.
This is great. Quarter by Edwardstown again.
Who was that? Sorry, who kicked that one?
This is brilliant. Is that number 16?
Summers.
Yeah, Nick Summers had a good last half.
Soccer play.
Yeah.
45 metres.
We've talked about him a lot, mate.
We have.
It's nothing like being the fittest player on the ground. It'll get you to more contests. The man they call Sumo, playing a bit of centre half back, bit of ruck, and been very good so far today.
A 40-point turnaround since half time.
Yes, and Glenunga need to find something. They need to find it right now. How far are we going in?
Sorry, lads, we are. That's 9 minutes.
Just have a look at this centre contest, TJ, and just see.
Yep. So we are right on the centre line. We could not be in a better position to see this. He's starting on the centre line. His left foot is on the centre line, and the ball leaves his hand and he's across. That is a free kick.
That's a free kick. Yeah.
Anyway. Well, let's worry about our commentary. As Bennett wins the ball at ground level, centre half forward, and he's won a free kick. First centre break for Glenunga in this last quarter. Could that be a turning point? Got to win the centre breaks. It's Bennett. He's going to have a shot 65 metres out. Beautiful drill kick, but straight to Sarah's drop back. Jeez, a smart footballer. To Cavallo, is it? Not sure who's kicked it, but they've kicked it to the near side. Beautiful mark. Oh, he's just dropped it. He nearly had it. And the other Bennett pushes out. Number 26 for Corey May, that is, just being pushed out.
Not very proud of that mark, but anyway, umpire was probably out of position to see see that. That's okay. We'll get back to the game. So he's just boundary throw in. Oh, he's wobbled it. Up it goes.
Baird wins the tap. Down to
Holds the ball
Greats.
in the
Greats,
back, hold the
yeah.
ball, could be something.
Greats doesn't release the handball.
Just out at something from left field from 10 years ago. What we used to do with Benny Bockins was actually station someone on that line so he couldn't get across it. And maybe Glenunga could do that.
Yeah, this now, yeah, not allowed in the circle though. Anyway.
He wasn't that too still, wasn't set for circle.
Yeah, touched off the boot of Bennett, so a quick kick forward. Spills in the forward pocket. Venning running over the Hulk. He's tackled.
Grabbed real quick. You didn't see that one coming. So he was
Ball
grabbed
spilled
too.
and ball out of play. Sorry, Das. Forward pocket,
No, go.
40 metres around. Glenunga quite simply must score a goal from this forward thrust and ascend this momentum, because if Edwardstown get the next one, I don't think they'll be caught.
Very tight plays out there at the moment. First game.
Beautiful, good read by Ward, but doesn't take it with him. Ball spills, massive pack around the ball now. And very AFL-like in the fact that almost the entire field is in one quarter of the field apart from
Glenunga
the back two pairs.
Build up those 2 or 3 men across here in rebound protection, ready to kick the ball back. It comes out.
Ball up, 40 metres out.
Important
Wonky
clearance.
nearly wins the tap, but has a bit of a fresh air shot. Greats at ground level. He's set upon tackle. We're going to have a secondary third, maybe fourth ball up. 35 metres out and a 45-degree angle
Really
from the
important
Glenunga goal.
clearance here. You know, Glenunga get a goal, they're right back in it.
You see all the Edwardstown players will be just doing everything they can to get it back out this way.
Sarah again.
Yep, big tap. Again. As TJ said, there's so many players around the ball at the moment, no one's given an inch.
Been phenomenal, the big fella today, Big Sarah.
Obviously, it's a few times now.
I can't imagine there's going to be more than 2 or 3 goals for the rest of the game, so they've got to be Glenungas if they want to win. That's the way I see it unfolding.
Yep.
Edwardstown score 1 or 2 more, this game's all over. One down. First to it is Bennett. Bennett spills out. The Hulk, Benning, centering ball. Reed at full pace takes the mark. I tell you what, I'm going to call it. I wouldn't have got to that.
No. He's got a fair bit of speed, Andy Reid.
And that is a hard mark to take, running against the flight at full pace, not knowing what's coming, and he's going to line up 35 metres out, more or less directly in front. He's kicked 2 from here already today. Can he kick a third?
You'd have to back him in.
Well, they need it. They need their captain. They need the man.
And we'll kick it. I'm going to put it down now. I'm going to write it in the book.
And the umpire doesn't
straight over
move.
his head. So we go to the Firm and the Harley Heaven scoreboard, and it is Glenunga, and they have gone to 9 goals, 967. Is that right? Yes.
63.
63.
10-7, 67.
10-7, 67. It's hard to see. I've got people standing in the road of the
What,
scoreboard.
how far in the last quarter are we,
I
Das?
think we've just gone 30 minutes. Yeah, just gone 30
So
minutes.
it's that. Here's a stat for you boys, because I love my stats. It's 45 minutes since Glenunga. 45 minutes of game time since Glenunga's last goal.
Yeah.
They need to light it up now. Greats goes into the middle. The Hulk, big Venning's gone in the middle. Guy Ward's in the middle, up against Sarah. Sarah changing tack, but still crossing that line. Ward gets it. He's tackled quickly. Good tackle there. Causes a release. Well done, Edwardstown. Good pressure.
It's tapped off the ground. And so yeah, we've got Edwardstown's out of the country. Everyone's over the ball at the moment. The ball was not picked up clean by anyone at the moment. It's been
And
grabbed.
we've got an
Everyone's
absolute
dived on
cracker
it.
here for
Umpire again.
open the
That's what
season.
we're seeing a lot. As soon as the ball hits the deck, it's everyone's diving on it. And the umpire just said, "Line over here, boys."
It's like going to a nightclub when you're 18. They can't all be winners, hose.
No.
But I tell you, last year you didn't pick some winners some of the games we called, but this is an absolute beauty. Well done Glenunga. Well done Edwardstown. Ball forward, Edwardstown forward line. Great, courageous mark. Oh, I would have paid that just about. Spilled out. Pressure on. Oh, and he's not happy with the treatment there, young Wonky.
Crowd not happy, reckon didn't duck. No.
I think
I used to do my best work at nightclub at about 3 a.m. in the morning.
so not just the high, but the late as well. Player came in just to make sure he
Knew about it.
yeah,
Yes.
and he's a 25, so it takes him down to a very high half forward. Sharp looking kick, but not actually effective. Yep.
Intercepted by
Colby Blythe.
Colby Blythe been good today.
He's been excellent today.
Yep. G-Train comes for a rest as ball at half forward, a little push out, but effective.
He's paid it.
I reckon it's off hands first, but the umpire didn't
Well,
see that one.
I thought it might have been a little nudge too.
Yeah,
The umpire's
certainly.
probably getting tired here too.
Jackie Harford, it is back there, is it? Yes.
Playman's called.
Harford, or he's yes. Down deep to the wing. Prosser looks like leading up at the ball. Gets his own crumbs or plays on quickly. Reed again. Quick feet. Takes the mark. 45 metres out in the boundary line. He'll look inboard. He's a sharp half-distance kick, Andy Reid. He might go goal square. Look for... No, he does go short. Looks for and finds Ellis. Same thing. Ellis goes to the fat side. Good. Well read there. He's hit it straight up and down, though. Ball spills. It's at ground level now. CJ Inglis gets the ball and he's tackled. Yep.
Well done there.
Who was that? Number 2 for Edwardstown. Was there a number 2 for Edwardstown? Aaron Woolard that got back to the hot spot. Felt the pressure coming, but got the fist to it.
They're getting them back in rebound protection again to get that kick back if the ball comes out.
CJ Inglis, quick kick around the corner. It's Wonky in the best position. Not quite. Ball spills. Reed flies through and gets him high, and the local crowd aren't happy.
No, can't argue that one.
But he's dead, so he's... No, he's okay. He's getting up a bit slowly, though, the young fella. Can't see who it is, the Edwardstown player.
Had a few really good hits in this game today. And all fair, there's some really good hits.
That one looked like it hurt Reed, too. He's a bit proppy.
He had to pay that one because he was hit over it.
Okay, that's Braden Roberts down there, I think. It's down, is it?
The boys aren't happy.
Yeah, there'll be a few sore bodies.
But that's their team. Oh, and he's no good. He's been corked, I reckon. He either needs to go to the toilet or he's coming off, but he's got his hand up asking for something.
They haven't got a bench.
They've got no bench now, but 25 metres been given to, so it gives another.
Well, that's not the worst change. Will Cavallo to come back on. I'm not sure what he's doing on the bench.
Oh, he just had a bit of a rest.
Sammy Elliott now with a relieving kick to the wing. Doesn't quite find Summers. Running onto it is Prosser. Prosser playing up very high. Eludes the tackle. And we apologise for the language, but the player coming off is not doing well. Cramping. I think he's cramping.
Cramp.
Okay. And a mark there in all the... A lot of action right in front of us there. Braden Roberts. And this is what happened in round 1. 33-degree day. Braden Roberts, both legs cramping up.
There's a huge advantage now to Glenunga with no man on the bench left for Edwardstown.
They can do some quick rotations. And
yeah. Anyone listening out of Pain Away, this is the worst cramp since Craig Walshaw was carried off on a stretcher with cramp. And who is it lining up? Is it Abel?
Can't see from here. Back to us, but he should get it. No breeze at all to contend with.
Venning maybe.
Got it.
Oh, that's a goal.
That's 2 in a row for the Rams.
What a game we've got in our hands, lads.
They take the lead back, and I tell you, we have got a hell of a game. This centre break, it is on the Harley Heaven firm scoreboard. It is Glenunga 10 goals 9, Edwardstown 10 goals 7.
2 points.
And there you go. Interesting there. If we could just have a listen, boys. It's Brian Lees you can hear in the background, just giving a couple of pump up to some of his senior players, telling him. He's still going, just telling him that they've lifted their work rate and that's where the rewards come. He's talking to Sammy Venning, he's talking to Guy Ward, he's talking to Andy Reid, and it's come off. Good coaching, Brian Lees.
Okay, back in the centre now. Oh, taps down Edwardstown. He's going to stream it out.
Parsons.
Oh, just a chip in. He's
great kick.
Beautiful.
Great kick.
Parsons to May, is it? Parsons to
Colby
Blythe.
Yep.
Blythe. Gee whiz, what a game we've got in our hands here, boys. You couldn't ask for a better
start. Couldn't have scripted a better day, could we, really?
Colby Blythe lining up for his 5th, boys.
Well, Luke.
Yep.
Live streaming.
He will line up from 45 metres out. It's a 2-point ball game. Colby Blythe lining up for his 5th. Arguably the most important player on the ground today. There's absolute hushed silence over the ground. Beautiful centre break from Parsons as well, the 34-year-old captain. 40 metres out, directly in front. Deliberate approach. It's a high up and under kick. He's given it the one-finger wave, the salute. We've got another lead change. It's an absolute thriller here at Webb Oval. It is Edwardstown Townies by 4 points here. How far in are we, Das?
19 minutes just gone.
How far, Das?
19 minutes.
19 minutes. So
10 minutes to go in the last quarter. Anyone's game.
So we go to the firm and the Harley Heaven scoreboard, and it's Edwardstown 10-7 and Edwardstown, Glenunga 10-9, so 4 points.
Quick look at the midfield for Edwardstown. Sarah, Ferrugia, Parsons and May, it looks like to me. For Glenunga, it's Baird, Greats, Venning and Ward. Tap by Sarah, down to Ward, but great tackle. Corey May. Corey May's centre clearance work this quarter has been absolutely phenomenal and has swung this game.
He will send this in long, no doubt. Yep, sends it in long as he did. Beautiful kick there. Great lead. He's just
the Blythe.
short. The Blythe. Blythe runs after it though. Won't get there first though. Maybe run over. Oh, hang on.
No, ball still in, and
Still
now
in, so
out of play.
It's been spinning around like a top there. So brings it back in towards Edwardstown. Oh, great mark there by. Is that
Horgan?
Horgan, yep.
Horgan.
Young
No one
fella.
down
On the
there's gonna
far
take
side
a
of the
while.
ground.
There is no one down to kick it to at the moment.
Wouldn't get the distance from there, you would think. Take his
Farouj
best
dropped
kick, I
back.
would have
He's
thought.
probably the only one that can.
I think he's. No, I don't think he's that far out, Hose. I think he's only 45 metres out. It's
Yeah,
just a sharp angle. I reckon he could just about kick it.
Oh, he's just in front.
Oh, yeah.
Farouj is the only one back there at the moment.
Yeah, 45. He's a left footer though. Be a tough kick. It's
Up and under.
high. It's
That's
right on the
another
line.
great
It's nearly
kick.
there.
Oh, that's a goal.
He's kicked it.
Got it.
Oh,
I love it when I'm right and you're
Oh,
wrong.
know that one. They just said, lads, that was a tough angle. Left footer on that angle.
This game has been. This is plenty of
Unbelievable
twists and
game,
turns
isn't
in
it?
this one. As the G train looks to come back on here. Of course, that's Tyler Athanasios, boy from Macclesfield, I'm told. He's going to come on for Harry Prosser. Harry's just burnt the ball a little bit this quarter. Is that Prosser?
Credit to Edwardstown, though. You know, they haven't got a bench and they've kicked the last two goals
exactly.
on a 33-degree day.
Still getting a bit of attention. The guy that come off the cramps with thinking. So.
Sounded like he climaxed before when they got the deep heat on him. Sara versus Wonky. Greats floating around. Greats is the player on the move here. Will he get the clearance? No, he doesn't. Off the ground there, Farouja, but comes out to Glenunga. Ball up and under high. Anyone's ball. Who'll win it? It's Inglis. He's tackled. He doesn't have it.
Didn't have it.
Oh, he's not paid. Beautifully chopped off there by the G train. He's come off the bench. Made an impact straight away.
kick.
Looks for and
Great
finds
kick.
a player right on the 50-metre
Brand
line.
Ellis.
Brand Ellis. Can he kick it? You know better than I do, Hose.
Nah, not a great
Short kick to Reed, not a great kick. Mops it up, gives a handball. Inglis from 30, straight in front, turns around,
another one.
kicks the goal.
Lads.
How good is this game of football, boys? It's a 4-point game here at Webb Oval.
Could not have asked for a better game if we scripted anything, could we? It's unbelievably good game.
22
Sam-
minutes gone.
So they've got one bench rotation available. Sam Elliott comes off and has a spell. Martin Needlemeyer, the man they call Needles, comes back on. He goes into defence and he's going to be right under the pump. He's going to go straight onto Corey Inglis, who just kicked that goal. So CJ Inglis, who just kicked that goal.
Played about 22 minutes, Dars.
Yeah, 22 gone.
Well, there's been a lot of goals this quarter, so there'll be plenty of time on.
Probably
30
played
minutes.
29 minutes.
Yeah, I reckon maybe 29, 30.
Big fish. Oh, knee straight into him. Again, Corey May this time doesn't go through with the ball.
He hasn't got it. He saw that. Umpire saw it. Yeah,
Free
well
kick,
done.
yep.
Can't argue with that one either. Edwardstown. We'll go to Edwardstown.
No, good to see. Umpire's been
Excellent.
really good
he saw
today.
that one.
Did you see the ruck contest? A very interesting ruck contest there from Big Fish Wonky. Crossed the line, so he just drove his knee straight into him.
Chipped it in.
Yeah, dangerous kick, but looks
Going
for and
back to
finds. Jose hasn't probably been as big an effect as I thought he might, but he's
Express
very
State
good.
Junior, Flagstaff Hill boy. He sends it in long.
Beautiful looking kick, 55-metre kick, but again,
Oh,
looked good off the
he's
boot, but
got
not
that one.
necessarily effective. It should be run out of bounds. It is run out of bounds, and possibly on the ball. No, it's a ball in.
Close to, nah, you can't.
And another player with cramp down there. That's Will Somerville. Oh, the Edwardstown girl's down in the pocket giving some very sound advice. She's got one of those voices you get from 150 metres away.
Right through you. Okay, anyway. Yeah,
She's
we'll
got that
get
real
throwing.
fast clap on her too. I
Just
love
be a
those.
throwing, that's all it should have been. Shouldn't even argue with that one.
Exciting here, boys.
Yeah,
Forward
down
pocket for
Edwardstown
Edwardstown. They
in.
kick this one. I think
It's
they're
not
home.
It's
Oh,
just
good smother
dropped.
there by Glenunga. And another player down with
Too
cramp.
high, no.
It's like we've got a sniper in the gum trees, Darcy.
They're everywhere. People are
23 and a half gone.
The players are spent, aren't they?
Well, they are, yeah. Going down with cramps. They're running the.
Oh, he's-
Oh, another one with
Somerville.
he can't move. They haven't got a bench. What
Hey,
do they do?
He looks like he's got a penal cramp. Anyway, we'll carry on. Ball cleared, centre half back. Edwardstown first onto it. Dangerous ball here. He gives it off to Cavello. Cavello with the clean heels. Quick kick, looks up for and finds. Oh, he has absolutely collapsed in front of us.
Cramp
Cramp.
again. Some players in a fair bit of pain
Yeah,
here.
they are.
And a beautiful play there by Cavello. He's just done
Trying
enough.
to wind down the clock a bit as he can.
Number 10 for
Won't be
Edwardstown's
any
gone
hurry
back onto
whatsoever.
the field after coming off injured early, so he's.
Sammy Elliott.
They're doing it tough for Townies, but they're doing it well.
Lining up here, 40 metres out in the acute angle here. Big kick for Towns. Umpire likes it, does he? No.
Point.
Just the 1 point.
That's probably right on the point of the game. The quarter, I think, been pretty good scoring here. 20.
It is
24
a
and half
3-point ball game, boys. That's all we need to worry about. It's a 3-point ball game. How far in, Dust?
gone.
24.
24 and 3/4.
5 minutes. Brian Lees telling his players to be brave. Play on kick to himself.
5 points, TJ.
Yep.
Set 5.
Let's push the back maybe.
5 points, sorry, mate. Yep. 5 points in favour of Edwardstown. Oh, kicking in danger. Oh, they're playing it on. Sammy Elliott
is no longer a rule.
swoops on the ball. Edwardstown going backwards, but they've maintained possession. Oh no, the turnover kick from Sarah is marked by Inglis. Inglis now. This is a big play. Inglis comes out wide, finds the G train. I can't say his bloody last name. It's long. Athanasios. All right, he's got the ball at half back. He goes short. Looks for and finds Bennett. That's the Liam variety, number 23, worn by many a famous player. He's got the ball. He goes short to centre back. Dangerous. Wonky, stationary.
Faruja.
Big, fishy Wonky. You've got to jump at the ball. You can't wait for it. Faruja.
Oh, that could be free kick.
Oh,
yeah,
and it is.
either. Must be looking at the ball. Can't come like that.
And this is a crucial kick because we've just been told by the Edwardstown official there's 2 minutes to go. There's 5 points the difference, and they're going to line up from 30 metres out.
Wind the clock down on it. Sure, it's a few minutes to go. It's only 26 minutes. Come on.
Is that definite? Yep, so 2 minutes to go. Lining up for his 6th goal is Colby Blythe.
Pretty wind it down as much as you can.
25, 30 metres out, directly in front. You'd expect him to kick it.
Got it.
He
That's
has
the game,
kicked it.
I would think.
That goal. He was pretty hard.
It's not over
Well, they need
as
two
the clock
kicks.
stops with a minute
What's that,
30 to
five?
go.
They need 2 kicks.
Six for Blythe. So now there's 90 seconds to go. They need to be perfect. They need 2 goals in 90 seconds of football. Well, they can because the clock stops. Of course you can. But they need to win the centre clearance, get a goal, get it back, hope for some magic. But it's gone down to the wire, boys. It's been a fantastic game, and
It's been a great game of footy for the start of the year, and well done to get the Hodes to get it live stream.
If every game's like this,
You
I'm
get a
really
live
in
stream
for
too,
it.
Hodes. What? You can't ask for something better. To live stream this one, the first game.
Yeah.
Start things
So
up.
new technology.
Absolutely.
I mean, yeah.
up we go. Oh, he's actually jumped the big fella then. One down Glenunga at ground level, had first opportunity. They don't get it. They were going to have a secondary ball up, and they are gold for Edwardstown at the moment.
They're going to do this the next minute, I reckon. They'll dive on
And
it.
they've just dropped a few men in behind the footy, Edwardstown.
Third man up, finally, but real rove by Edwardstown. High up and under. Staying down, winning the ball is Bennett. Bennett goes for a quick kick, but it's all Edwardstown.
Yeah, one of those.
Oh, well done over the top. Caused the spillage. Bennett to Reed. Reed doesn't take it, unfortunately. Spills out. Oh, it's bobbling around. It's dangerous. It's still bobbling around. Parsons. He gives it up. Here it is. Chance here. Oh! And he's marked it on the goal line. Not much time left, boys. He's going to have to go back. He's marked it on the goal line.
We can't see from here.
He'll turn around.
He's got an younger player.
Have to hurry up.
He plays on, kicks around his body.
Got it.
And he's,
No.
oh, he's missed it.
Oh,
That,
the Pernix into the ground. I thought he kicked that.
Probably the last
that was
chance.
Brian Ellis, I think, and
Yeah,
that is the ball game, boys. It's Glenunga.
It's just 28 gone now.
It's Edwardstown by 10 points, and unless the fullback makes an incredible error here, this game is over.
Still need 2 goals.
Just not enough time, is
2
it?
kicks anyway.
Kicks to himself, and he'll go 55 metres out from goal.
Exactly right, TJ, which he's done.
Yeah, and hits a target. Does he? No.
Oh, hang
Chopping in is Tom Baird. Baird needs to kick a goal and kick it quickly.
He's got to get it in.
Why is he called play on?
Not sure why he called that play.
He went off his mark, I think.
And it's a high up and under kick. Oh,
Great
gee whiz.
courage.
What a contest. Bennett at ground level gets it. He's tackled straight away. Ball spills.
Parsons, great courage.
Oh, Haaland has got one high. The umpire says tough titty, says the kitty.
How about the courage from Aaron Parsons running against the flight of the ball there with a punch away. Great work from Edwardstown.
Yeah, he's an inspirational leader. Glenunga will be first onto it here, but they're out of time. Right in front of the bench, we're going to have a ball in. 70 metres around from Glenunga. This one's all over. It's Edwardstown by
29 gone.
Edwardstown by 10 points, and they'll probably win by that margin now. Gee whiz, what a game of football here at Webb Oval. Huge season ahead for both teams, I'd suggest. And there it is, it's all over.
Fantastic game of football.
Former Division 1 club, former Southern Football League team that was up the top of the ladder. They're in Division 4, and I think they're going to make a big mark this year, Edwardstown. Well done to Justin Calderbank and his team. They were too good in the end. The final score was Edwardstown. Can't really see the scoreboard. 86, Glenunga 76. A 10-point win and a 40-point turnaround from half-time, Luke Hosey.
Yeah, that's a huge comeback considering the bench was gone as well on a 30-odd 33-degree day, didn't have a bench, come back with 40 points down. So it's a 50-point turner. What's that? Sorry, 30 points down. It's a 40-point turner.
Absolutely.
Unbelievable.
That was a massive.
How's that cramp, mate?
Yeah. Number one. No.
Gave us a good airtime on that.
It's only
He's
number
having
one.
a laugh,
Yeah.
having a bit of a laugh with us.
Winners are grinners. Braden Roberts there. He actually died from cramp. He was resuscitated, brought back to life by the trainers. So winners are grinners. You can have a laugh.
Came out and everything. So, but no, you're right there, Hosey. I think something happened at half time. Edwardstown, they were down and out at half time, 30 points down. And they came out and said, believe in themselves, which they did. They said again at three-quarter time, see what we can do, lads. See what we can do.
We're just seeing Mitchell Roberts. Just his ankle doesn't very swollen. I suggest he'd be out for.
Month.
Well, it's not broken or he'd be at a hospital, so you suggest it's rolled or something. So I would suggest maybe 2 weeks, but yeah, it's not good either way. And a very, very disappointing Glenunga. One thing that impressed me, boys, about this, congratulations. We'll just give Justin Calderback congratulations on the way through because they do deserve it.
Yeah,
So
they do. They're the best side.
Well done, Edwardstown.
Yeah, best side on the day.
Nice. But well done to, and he's just shaking hands with Justin now. Well done to Brian Lees. You didn't see him lose the plot at any point in the last quarter. Like I said, he's an educator of young men. This Glenunga team is young and they'll be even better for that game.
You know, you had a look in the first quarter, fairly level. Second quarter, Glenunga, all Glenunga. 5 goals up, 3/4 time. You thought, yeah, how far? All of a sudden, after half time, Edwardstown really switched on. 8 points down, 3/4 time. I thought they'd come running over the top, but the credit is they didn't have a bench. And come back when you don't have a bench in 33-degree heat means you're bloody fit, and it means you've got a fair bit of ticker.
They shut down the Wonkies in that last half. I don't think they got a sniff after that. They were on fire that first half, and they got shut down very well. A few other blokes didn't come back, but gee, with some other the Edwardstown players and Carvello, but he was probably my best today. He was just everywhere and everywhere today. But really, Edwardstown, the team to watch this year. Well, both teams are. It was a great game of footy to start the year off. But
they'll both play finals.
Glenunga will learn a lot from that. I think they'll learn more from that.
That's all. Cobblers are out now for a game like that. So,
you won't see them give up a 30-point lead at half time again, I doubt. Because I think maybe they thought they had it won. Because last year in Division 5, they would have won that by 60. Because you can relax at half time in Division 5 game, and 5 goals in front. And it's just they found out it was a little bit harder coming up a grade. And you know, just come up a grade.
Well, here's the stat, Hose. We've talked about the turnaround, but in the second half, efficiency, ball use was at its best for Edwardstown. You didn't see them use the wings. They used the corridor, and they kicked 10 goals 3 to Glenunga's 3 goals 5.
Exactly. There it is.
Do you want to go through the goal kickers for Edwardstown?
Let me just make sure I've got them all. 9, 10, 11, 12. I reckon I've missed one, mate. So but what I've got is I've got Colby Blythe 6, Corey May with 3, singles to Cavallo, Horgan, Summers, and must have missed one. I missed whoever kicked it in the pocket. It was either Cavallo or Horgan. Maybe they got 2. Yeah, you've got Horgan with 2.
I got Horgan with 2.
Yeah, yep. So he kicked that last goal. For Glenunga, I think I've missed.
Inglis with 1, Venning with 1, Abel 1, Bennett, Lincoln with 2, Prosser with 2, Andy Reid with 3, and Nick Wonky with 1.
Yep. Look, I mean, we call a spade, and I've got a previous relationship with both Wonky boys. I like them, like the family. But yeah, I agree with your comment, mate. They were down today. They didn't fire. Centre half forward and full forward. I expected them to be maybe not dominant, but to control the game, and they just didn't. But
it's like anything. We're only here. We come here as guests of Glenunga, but we're still not here to pay for comments. You know, we get to call it as we see it, and you know.
I won't lie. I wanted Glenunga to win, but
I'm just here to call it, and you just call it as you see it. You know, from your years of experience. So, you know, hey, all credit to both sides, but Edwardstown that guts to finish off after half time, phenomenal. Go to a Div 2 game on the Firm and Harley Heaven scoreboard. St Peter's have got a massive win over Old Ignatians. It's 19-18, 132 St Peter's. Old Iggy's 9-6-60. So that's a 72-point margin. So St Peter's will probably go in as on top of the tree after round 1. We've got a score from Morpheville Park. 14-8-92. And they've defeated Pembroke 6-6-42.
Well done, Roo boys. Just quickly in the AFL, as we said, Port by 5 points. Melbourne have won by 37 points, and it's currently the Dockers by 16 points in an away game in Perth. If that makes sense.
I did get a score during that quarter. The Old Scotch were 10 points in front of North Haven halfway through the final quarter.
Old Scotch is a drink. Do you mean Scotch Old Collegians?
Scotch Old Collegians, yes. So, kicked away a little bit over Smithfield. So it's 12-11-83, Smithfield 9-16-70. Their poor kicking might come back to haunt Smithfield in this game, but Hectorville looked like they were getting trouble about three-quarter time, but they kicked away a little bit. Yeah, that was against the odds. Everyone thought Smithfield might win.
Well, that's it. Down and out years ago.
Yeah,
right, shall we jump? If you can search some more scores, just quickly, Das, I'll go through with you. We'll start with the Glenunga side. Better players for Glenunga. I thought Andy Reid was fantastic with 3 goals, great captain's game. Certainly looked as dangerous as anyone with ball in hand. Didn't have 30 touches by any stretch, but probably the 12 to 18 touches he had were all quality. I thought Lincoln Bennett was very good. But both Bennetts were good, Lincoln and Liam, at different ends of the ground. Sammy Venning asserted his authority, his strength around the ground was very good. Greats, I really liked his first 3 quarters, dropped off in the last quarter, but and in the third quarter, I guess, but certainly his first half was great. Wasn't alone. Anyone else stand out for you, mate? Have I missed anyone?
You know it there, TJ, so
if I could,
one with Reid, Bennett, exactly.
yeah, if I could criticise, no, you don't want to, I'm not criticising. If for me the way it unfolded after half time, it was like Edwardstown were 5 goals down. They said, well, we can probably lose by 12 goals or we can win the game. So they decided to go down the middle and they took risks. They played a high risk of football, whereas Glenunga just seemed to use the boundary a lot more. And it's a lot harder to switch it in at this level than it might have been at Div 5. So
we saw from Edwardstown, 2 kicks down the corridor to the goal. That's what we saw in that last half. That's exactly what they wanted to do.
Yep.
Use that, the wind was slightly down towards the end there. I think that's what they used to do.
And if I could play devil's advocate, I think as well, in the midfield last year they were able to dominate for the year. They were dominant all year. In Division 4 you come up against some footballers, some Corey Mays and the like, and you've got to pay them respect. You can't just give them an open run. And I mean, Corey May set up 3 goals in the last quarter. They won by 10 points. Yep. So on the Edwardstown side, Das, who did you like?
William Cavallo, I think he was brilliant all day, no doubt about it. Then we've got Nick Summers, the ex-soccer player.
He was good, wasn't he?
Last half, I think he came into his own quite first half. He came into his own and sort of set up a lot of those goals in that last half as well.
Yep.
But, mate, TJ said Corey May, without doubt, he was just a godsend for Edwardstown today. Without him, I think I would struggle with that last half. Aaron Parsons, their captain.
Yes, Parsons played 4 really good quarters, even when they were down. And Colby Blythe with 6 goals. That speaks for itself.
Colby Blythe and Big Sarah.
Yeah, exactly. He spent time middle. And Sarah,
I thought Blythe or Sarah personally, but yeah, everyone's different.
They picked everyone up when they were down after half time. They didn't quite click in that second quarter. They come out half time and something was said that change room, because seriously they were just a different side of that last
all credit to Edwardstown and their coaching staff and their players, courageous win.
Yeah, and look, mate, one thing you said to me before, I only noticed the forwards. Well, Michael Curtis playing fullback for Edwardstown. We talked about there's a reason why the Wonkies didn't have a big impact, because he had a great game. Yeah. Nick kicked 1, James didn't kick any. They were changing down at full forward. Harry Prosser did kick a couple, but so he marshalled that back line and did a great job. He's not going to get Brownlow votes or whatever the medal's called in this division. I couldn't tell you what it's called, but you know, as important as anyone.
It isn't the Wesley Grand medal anyway.
That's the Div 7 reserve Malcolm Ashwood medal, of course, we speak of. Yeah, so look. They are forgotten men, and that's why I threw Liam Bennett in. I thought he battled really, really hard down back for Glenunga. Certainly could hold his head high.
Who's that?
Liam Bennett. Yeah. So we have one at each end.
Yeah, but Colby Blythe's kicked.
How was some of the service though?
Yeah.
I think Colby Blythe kicked a couple from the middle. You know, just giving the defenders a fair go. I hear what you're saying.
Yeah. Curtis was good for Edwardstown.
Anyone else that we've maybe overlooked, boys?
I think that's.
I'll tell you someone we've overlooked. How about Jono? He can zoom, he can focus. Jono, let's give Jono a mic and have a quick word. Jono, come on.
From Cove Arch Photography.
Come on, Jono.
Where are you from, Johnny? How did the hose get you out here?
I never said I had anything to say, really, boys. No, I'm a LSA local. Yeah, just starting up a business, doing mostly photography, doing band stuff, but I'm also the director and editor of the SA Sports Show as well on Channel 44.
Yep.
And
is that with Phil? Who's that?
with the boys, Phil Smythe.
No.
Phil Smythe.
It's still Phil?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah,
I actually used to host a show myself with Phil.
Oh,
great man, the General.
You'll have to come down.
Great grassroots.
With Rocky Butterworth and Phil Smythe and who else there? Kimmy Costa. And
Yeah,
Greg
we've had
Anderson.
Costa. We've had KG on for a bit as well. and all
Strike
that.
me, pink.
Poppy has gone back to Melbourne,
Yeah,
so
right.
no
So,
more Poppy, but which is good. That'll
more
keep him out of
importantly,
strife for a
Jono,
bit.
how do I watch live stream now? So obviously it was streamed live.
Yep,
Can
it's
we
on
now-
Facebook, mate.
I can go home and I can watch this game?
Yeah.
I wanna watch a bit of this game.
Right there on Facebook on the
And will
SA
my
Football
commentary
on
be
our
attached
YouTube
to
page.
the... I'll get to listen to myself too, will I? Or?
Yep, you can hear yourself.
Well,
you can
might
listen
just
to it
go-
while you go to sleep tonight, mate.
Well, I might just
And
tune on in.
It's on our YouTube page.
and
as
it's
well.
on the YouTube page as well. Yeah,
That's live too.
Yep.
On YouTube. Yeah.
So
Right.
you'll be joining us every week, will you, mate?
I will.
Well done.
Nice lad.
Thank you, Jono.
And
I want to
next-
thank...
next
Welcome,
week
boy.
only Mercedes Jets.
For Ladies' Day.
Ladies' Day.
Devastated.
Oh,
And I've heard it's a cracker.
Yes, last Ladies' Day we were at O's. I ended up leaving my car there, and not because I went home with a lady, but yeah, because they're another club that hosts a good show. Glenunga, we love coming to Glenunga. They are a progressive club. I say it all the time, and they'll be.
great
You know,
hamburgers too. You want to
yeah.
come down and grab one of the hamburgers.
There is no such thing as the loss you had to have, but this loss I don't think is going to hurt them. It'll only give them some steely resolve, and they'll be around the marks this year.
I've just got a score in then. I won't say what I replied with, but Westminster Old Scholars beat Portland by 14 goals.
Wow.
I didn't expect that.
What division is that, Div 4?
Div 3.
Div 3. Of course, yeah. All right, boys, on behalf of myself, thanks for listening. Darcy?
Thank you guys. Yes, it was a great first game, and to ask for something good to start the live streaming. So well done again, and what a great game.
Now, before you go, Darcy, I'd say hi to my wife and my kids. I see you doing you're very active on social media with your daughters and the mischief they get up to. Do they listen to the show?
They don't. They said that boring, Dad. They said, thanks, Bill. I told them how to get on. I said, Dad, I can't be more boring. So thanks. That's the two daughters I've got. So they're actually, my oldest is dating a guy who plays for St. Ramblers who are playing from his park today. So I reckon I'm impressed with that.
Fair enough. All right, Darcy, anyone you're knocking off you want to say hello to?
No, maybe one at the Arc about 2 o'clock this morning, tomorrow morning, yeah, hopefully.
Grab a granny.
Who knows where we end up.
All right, well, thanks for listening. We'll be back next week. What are we called these days? I've got to get this right.
We are play-by-play sports.
Play-by-play sport you.
And it's brought on the SA Football TV network. So
SA Football TV Network, of course, thanks to all our great sponsors who we mentioned throughout the broadcast. And we'll be back
I would
next
just
week.
like to give them just a bit of a thank you again, just because without these sponsors we can't bring you today. So Harley Heaven and the firm, Pernex, HydroSmart and Pure Water, ChemCert, Mackay Business Services, our murder station, Rewards International, so the trophies, Big Screen Video, Good Evans Consulting, MGA Insurance Brokers, and Ian Knight at Sports Centre, Port Road Sports. So thank you very much for helping us bring you these games live each week.
Thanks very much. We'll see you next week.
See you next week. And thank you to Jono.